Question.
Yes, sir.
I teleported bread.
You teleported bread.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. You want to share the technology with the rest of the human race?
No.
Okay. Keep your bread teleportations to
Listen.
yourself.
If you can put bread in and it comes out toasted, let's talk.
All right, then. Keep your sourdough.
Okay, keep your secrets. I was there with that one. All right. We're out here to win it. We're in it. So last time, you all picked up with a conversation of how you wanted to approach a sensitive situation between some folks. You on one end, you have Renar. At the time, you're like, maybe he has a connection to the Lord's Alliance. I got to remember not everyone knows all the details because we had some secret room stuff with people also eavesdropping. But Renar, who he'd recently rescued, friend of Volo, but the Zentarum Yagro wanted him for questioning over this vault and the Stone of Galore thing. And Yagro was like, hey, if you guys get him for me, I will still pay you really well. But there was some folks in the party were more one like, well, maybe let's not kidnap the noble because he also have connections. So maybe we can, help both sides here. Sounds like you all think that Renard doesn't know anything. So you kind of chosen to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt there. So you've made an agreement with Yagra of creating a meeting with Renard, which you did agree, he agreed to, which is she will track down some sort of like truth elixir. It sounds like it might take her a day or 2 or 3 or 4 to get a hold of it, and she'll reach out to you when she does, meeting with him and have him convince her essentially that he knows nothing about this vault or the Stone of Galore. He expressed to all of you that he has secrets that he would prefer beyond knowing anything about a vault that he doesn't want to disclose. So he was very uncomfortable with that. But you all gave him a lot of really positive reassurance. Cora going as far as saying, I'll taste it to make sure it's not even poison kind of thing. We'll make sure that the line of questioning doesn't go beyond that. And so he agreed to that. And as everyone left, he did ask Cora to stay behind. And they had a conversation that Hillshire successfully perception checked, eavesdropped his way through all of it. And also, not to completely skim over that, but at the beginning of the session, we said goodbye to Uda Ada, and you all have a new companion introduced by Volo, a bard of unique skills. So far, you've seen the spoons played by him. I don't think we've seen any other instruments yet, I don't think.
Well, he was playing his banjo on the balcony, but whether they heard that or not, who knows? But yeah.
And yeah, so you now have Ash, who has been accompanying you all, and you're getting to know him and if he has usefulness or not so far. Cool. And if maybe it's just a plant by Volo to get underneath your skin. Who knows? So we will open back up, literally still at Renara's house, as Cora and or Cora is let or released, not say released, but was escorted, not the maybe escorted, emerges from the room, and Hillshire, was it you, Ash, that was like, oh, tell me to the butler, like, about the curtains and such. So you all were having like a decoration thing because you were distracting the butler for Hillshire.
Yeah, my distraction, yeah.
So you're currently in the lobby there in that moment. If there's any last parting words or anything before you're politely escorted into the streets.
I believe as I was leaving, I had said something to him about, like, you can show me more stuff later.
Yeah.
Setting up in case I need to distract again.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some fine pieces that I'm going to show very often. Lord Renaud doesn't host as much as I would like for. So, here they are now. Everyone, have a good evening. Bye-bye. Renar gives you a little wave goodbye. And so as a friendly reminder, or like, let's put you back on the timeline, right? Because I've also been hinting at the fact that, or planting the idea that there's the high harvestide, all the one word, the next day. So tomorrow is high harvestide, and you do know that the neighborhood's doing something. So it's up to you if you all will be getting involved with that. But it is on the table. as of right now, I don't know what your next move is. So we will open up with you all in the streets after that conversation. Hillshire knows information. Cora got some stuff. So I'll let you guys unpack your stuff. I'm going to shut up now. Ball's in your court.
All right, if you guys want to start first, I'm just grabbing my coffee really quick, and then I'm there.
So what did Hillshire learn? Just that she is
Oh.
a Cyric
He didn't-
follower?
He didn't share. They went to a separate room.
Well, I mean,
So-
I'm asking for my benefit because
Well-
Justin forgot. It's
Well,
sorry.
all the other players don't even know meta knowledge. Remember?
Right.
Everyone else was in the secret room except for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that too. Okay.
I'll message you. I'll message you
mind.
some of the key points.
I remember one bit, but
Yeah, that's funny. I think Lauren somewhere just spilled coffee on herself. Like, no, Joshy, shut up.
No, I almost did.
Let me.
Okay.
This will be easier for me, quicker for me to just kick everyone out real quick. 1 second. Is this us? Yeah. So for the reminder for what the conversations,
it was Cyric. That she was a Cyric worshiper. Is that right?
she was looking for
Yeah.
information for the
Yeah.
Cyric, and she had
Ah,
asked
okay.
Renar, and you did learn that Renar is a harper. Up to this point, Volo has been thinking or saying he's a Lord's Alliance, but in this moment, and Renar did ask, Lauren, please remember to change your name when you get to your Discord. It
Yep.
yep. breaks my brain. Cora, to not tell even the rest of the party because, not everyone can be completely trusted because, when he first met you all, it was very much like, oh, we don't want to be known by the guard. He's like, okay. So he's given but Cora's been showing trust. So I think those are the kind of key broad strokes from it.
So Renar is a harper.
Renar is a harper, according to him in the moment, to Cora. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any questions from either of you?
Alrighty.
No. Yeah, I think she asked. She was looking for like a resource through Renar, since he was a hopper.
Yeah. Yeah, Cora was like, I'm going to be looking for information on them. And he's like, I could probably help you with that as soon as we can. So, cool. All right, I'm going to pull them back. Okie dokie. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
We were just talking about you guys.
Cora just pulls out a blade and kills Hillshire on the spot for betraying secrets.
Right
You
through the
see blood
keyhole.
start seeping underneath the door. Cora doesn't really say anything, at least not out in the open while they're out in the street and everything. She doesn't.
Are we
have
heading
any
back to
telltale
Troll Skull?
signs.
Is that where we're going, or we don't have anything else to do other than go home, do we?
I know. I'm trying to think of what else. No, I don't think so. I think that
Let's
was it. I
go.
think we were gonna set up for the festival, right? Or help, something like that.
Well, you all, as far as I know, as a party, you guys haven't sat down and be like, are we participating? What's our next steps? Like, you guys haven't done that yet,
right.
in my opinion. So,
That's right. Yeah, because we just opened the envelope and
yeah.
just
and
like we were invited by the neighborhood.
And then Hillshire had interaction
it-
with the Smiths, the Genasi couple, and the cannolis, right? Not saying that's what he was going to bring it back, but they asked if he was going to come, and Hillshire did make cannoli references, but that's all really. All right. So he's in the council ward, so I'm fine saying that you guys are marching back to the North Ward to Trollskull Alley. Anything you want to do on the way? All right.
Not that I can think of.
You're back at Trollskull.
Oh shit.
I think it's about I think you met him with him in the afternoon. So I'd just say let's just say it's still early afternoon, just for give you hours to do something today if you need it.
Okay. There is somewhere I wanted to go on Troll Skull.
Okay.
Alley, or Road Street. Road? Street?
and I have updated some
Lane?
stuff in there. So Troskull Alley, technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alley. Okay.
At least it was before I fucked everything up.
All right. I've got all the tokens for
tokens.
yeah, updated tokens for all the vendors since they just had names. And I make them big just so you guys don't have to always be zooming in, right? It's like because there's reference in anything. You'll see even next to their names if you interact with them. I'm like, who is this again? Oh, that's the wood carpenter. Oh, that's the potions lady.
Yeah, it's good to have faces with the names.
Yes, the wood carpenter, as opposed to the water carpenter or the steel carpenter.
He might be a element bender. It's a fantasy world.
Yeah, you never know.
Never know.
He might be the avatar.
He might be.
I think when everyone's walking back, I don't know what direction we come from, but Cora would head to the Tiger's Eye.
Ooh.
And yeah, she would. I mean, yeah, she would say, "I need to go see a man about something," and head in that direction.
I need to talk to a man about a horse.
Yeah. Exactly.
You sure Hillshire doesn't know a man that you might be needing to talk to? He might.
He might.
He might.
Honestly. Yeah.
I don't
That's
even
true.
know this topic or anything. It's like, yeah, I know a guy.
It's all one guy.
So Corey, I'm assuming you know this is a private investigator that you're going to, or an
Yep.
information broker,
Mhm.
right? So are you trying to be sneaky about this, or without them noticing you're going into this place particularly, or you're just kind of like, it's not that important that they don't know, or no?
I don't think it's that important that they know she's going to him, but she would like prefer to have like the discussion just between her and the private investigator.
Cool. So you step in alone, but you don't care that everyone. You all see Cora go into the Tiger's Eye, private investigator.
Vincent. He looks like a private investigator.
Yeah, so you like knock on the door and excited and whatnot, and after like a few minutes, someone does come. The door open up. Human man, darker complexion, dark eyes, shaded. And he's like, I don't believe we've met. Welcome, Vincent turns at your service. Come in, my lady. And you can see there's like literally, I like whoever did this map. There's like the office right in the front there, so you just kind of like step in and he shows you to the seat. Well, I don't think we've met. As I've said, my name is Vincent Trent. What is your name?
She'll extend her hand out. Cora.
And he
I'm
actually,
a new addition to the Troll Skull Manor.
weird little detail. You go to shake his hand. He just kind of like, he doesn't shake your hand. He just politely holds his hand up. I prefer not, no contact. Thank you. A little bit of a germaphobe. So,
Yes.
Cora, you said?
Yes.
All right, Miss Cora, what can I do for you? I'm assuming you know my services.
Yes, you're a private investigator, right?
Indeed, I am. Mm-hmm. He kind of, I see like your talk. He reaches in and he like pulls out a pipe and he starts kind of smoking it. He's very kind of Sherlock Holmes kind of vibe to him.
Yeah. Of course he does.
Yes. Private investigator indeed.
What are the types of things that you investigate?
I investigate a wide range of topics. Obviously, people who come to me are for things of usually of a secretive nature. So I'm able to find secrets for you depending on the subject.
Is it possible for you to find somebody who doesn't want to be found?
I could be looking for people. Those can be a little bit more difficult, I will be very clear on, because people tend to have it moving, and if they don't want to be found, that means that even
I could
harder.
tell you the location of where this person might turn up. Would that help?
That would help, but I can't say to give you a discount on any services, because there's a lot of unknowns involved.
How much would something like this cost me?
General information gathering, I usually do roughly about 50 gold. Finding people and tracking them down, 150 gold. 25 down to get the services and such running and giving my best shot. And if I discover and find this person, it's 125 after.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
25 gold as like a down payment for finding someone, and 125 if I successfully find them and provide information for you. If you want general information, secrets of other different of that sort, that's a flat fee of 50 gold, and I'll try and find what I can.
Okay. All right. I went to go check Cora's funds, and I was on Archie's page, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I have 40,000 gold. I was like, oh wait, no, never mind. Wrong character.
And he kind of takes a moment as he's
mhm.
on his pipe, and he kind of like taps it out. Everything said, too, I do work with agreements and deals. Secrets to be
Agreements
shared.
Such secrets.
Favors. Preferably favors.
Are these favors the legal kind?
Not always. I try not to put anyone in positions they might not be uncomfortable with, but you've come in with... What kind of weapon do you carry?
She has a longsword.
Longsword. You have a bit of a look of a warrior type to you. If I think I see some scars. Is that why you wear a mask? And he kind of gives you a little cocky little smirk at the... Is that why you wear a mask?
Yeah, you see like the eye that's visible is like more, I mean, visible that's not hidden behind the mask, but it like narrows at him.
Sometimes it's just looking... Part of my network is for those who need... Or when I pay... what's the word I'm looking for? Cash out on favors. For instance, if you're looking for a friend, I might call on some favors for people that help me keep tabs on this person. I am just one man, after all.
If I give you a down payment now, and if I can't come up with enough gold for you to find this person, then I will owe you a favor.
125 gold can be a pretty weighty favor. Again, I wouldn't press you into anything you're not comfortable with, but we would have to find a favor in the end for 125 gold. Have you ever killed anyone for gold before?
She gets like almost like she withdraws in herself, where it's almost like when somebody is having like a flashback or something, or they're remembering something, she looks almost like ashamed a little bit. I have.
Mate, I don't have many enemies, but occasionally one will crop up. Though I would say that I wouldn't have you going killing women and children and the innocent. And this kind of business is usually someone nefarious, or I like to think they are. But generally my favors don't come to blood. You just seem the earnest type, and I want to make sure you understand the parameters of a favor with Vincent Trent.
She looks like she comes to a conclusion of something like inside of her head. If you find this person, I will do what you ask me.
Very well. Do you have the 25 gold down payment now?
Yes. She'll slide over 25 gold.
Very well. Let me get my notebook. And he pulls out like this kind of very weight, like a peacock feather quill, right? And it's like very, very just in your face and
Of
kind of
course,
distracting. And he pulls out some
Pluto
paper.
feathers.
Yes. So let me start taking some information. Do you know the name of this person?
No, the name is irrelevant. I need to know where this person goes after they leave this location.
I'm asking if you know the name for me to track them. Or do you not know the name of the person?
Her jaw ticks. Oh. It could be.
If you know
One
the
of
name of
3
the
people.
person, if you know the name of the person you don't want to divulge, that's fine. Assuming you can give me other details. So, are you preferring not to tell me the names of this 3 people, is it? That's a little bit more than 1, isn't it?
It could be 3. I'm not sure which one.
All right.
They're a part of this cult.
Cult business.
This
Mhm.
person has been lingering around my parents' house, and I wish to know where they go after they leave. Last time I went, I saw them, but they disappeared before I can see them.
Linger in your parents' house. A voyeur of some sort, keeping eye, but you believe they are part of a cult, and do you want to divulge what cult this is? Cults are very dangerous, so I would kind of like to press on the matter that I would like to know exactly who this cult is.
The Church of Cyric. Cyric?
I think I say Cyric, but
Cyric?
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's right, but that's what I say.
Cyric.
The cult of Cyric. Glad I asked. It's a bit of a dangerous bunch, someone like that. I don't think I've had any direct interactions with them or cases at work, but I think we all who know who Cyric is. Nasty god. Okay, dangerous. Person could be dangerous. And the address of your parents' home?
Shall give over the address here.
And you believe this person has been watching them at night?
Yes. I don't
Okay.
know if they'll come back, but I've been frequenting my parents lately, and I've seen them once.
Are you aware of anyone outside of your parents who enter and leave your home?
What did he say? Sorry.
Outside of your parents, is there anyone who we should expect to be coming and going from your home, from their home?
I don't know. The ones who are lingering at my parents, they know them. But I'm not sure if they're still in contact with them.
You believe whoever this warrior is, your parents know them?
Yes.
You've been very secretive of any appearances and such. If I get a good look at this voyeur and I have the description, am I in danger of being silenced? He kind of smiles.
She looks at him. I don't know. She says, like, very honestly, she has no idea.
He smiles. I like ones with a little bit of danger. Often so many people come in with, my spouse is doing this, or I need to keep track of a troublesome teenager, or secrets. It's been a while I have something with blood on the line. He kind of gives you like a very predatory, like almost smile when he says that. So your parents are down in the market ward. And you would
Yes.
like to know where this person's going.
I believe it could lead me to the cult.
And we will also remark if we see anyone that's outside of your parents entering and leaving your home. Sounds like you do not estranged. He just kind of says that as he's like taking his notes, as he's like, oh yes, that's...
This person, they weren't making themselves known. Much like me, they were very hidden, watchful. If this could help, I would give this to you. And she'll, like, fish something out of her little pouch, and she'll slide
the thing over. Yeah,
the...
gotcha.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Clearly. if he asked you what it was, would you tell him the truth of what it was?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
'Kay.
She would.
And if this is very rare, but just for setting the boundaries of exactly what you're looking for, if your parents were becoming aware of my investigation, do you want your name to be mentioned to them being
No.
involved?
No. I need
You
this
might be able to
be-
see it on his paper, but you see him underline a lot the word estranged
No.
in his journal.
Oh, great.
I don't think I have any issues with this. And you don't need identification of the person, just haunts. Just want to re-emphasize this.
No. The identification, it doesn't matter. I just need to know where they go. Where it would lead me.
Okay.
But I can't be at my parents' all the time.
If at all.
Yes.
Try to be as truthful as possible so I understand all the dynamics of the relationships. No judgment. Professional inquiry. And do you have a timeline for this? 10 day? A month?
No timeline. Just, I would rather this information be valid and accurate over a time crunch.
Obviously, you'll have to make that judgment when our business is concluded, but I do try to be as honest with my information. If I find something of value, I'll disclose it, and then we can discuss the final price. If I do not, I will also disclose it, and I will not lead you astray with any false information. But, again, I'll let you be the judge of that when we're done.
Very well.
Excellent. I believe I have all the notes and requirements for my investigation. Right at the moment, I don't have anything too pressing, so I believe with your down payment, I can get started on this right away. Anything else you'd like to divulge with me, Miss Cora, about the investigation? That might make it easier.
She looks like she was about to get up and kind of pauses. If this person that you're tracking down, if you think that my parents' lives are in danger, will you come find me?
If the information is pressing and I sense danger, I will attempt to find you. Though right now, you're describing someone who might be putting your parents in danger, so watching their home. What is danger and what is not is very subjective, so I prefer if my judgment on that won't be called into question, especially if you don't want me identifying the person.
Yeah, she looks torn. Never mind.
But if I sense any sort of great danger, I will make sure that you know. He kind of puts his peacock quill down and pulls his pipe back out, but then's like, anything else for you, Miss Cora?
No, thank you.
Good. Or I guess I should say, well, actually does have one last question. He's like, or he would have asked through the conversation, and where should I reach you?
Troll Skull Manor, right down the street.
Troll Skull Manor. Are you working there?
Living.
Living. Are you staff? Do you work for that Volo fellow who was Mr. Volothamp, who was parading around here a few weeks ago?
I'm partial owner of Troll Skull Manor.
partial owner of Trollskull Manor. Well,
Yes.
all business aside, Miss Cora, welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to Trollskull Alley. Everyone here seems to be agreeable enough. I hope you all have a successful business. Do you have any plans for it yet?
We were thinking of making a tavern, but the manor is currently under renovation.
Thought I saw some work orders going out. He kind of winks. I do keep a little bit of eye on the neighborhood, a bit of a neighborhood watch, too.
I can tell.
Yes. Well, perhaps we'll see you and your friends at the High Harvest Tide tomorrow. I know everyone's very excited about it. I know Miss Fala has been putting a lot of preparations into some festivities and games for it. Normally not my cup of tea, but you can gather all sorts of interesting information at social gatherings. Well, thank you for your time, and I will reach out to you at Trollskull Manor as soon as I might have any sort of information for you.
I appreciate that.
And again, no shaking hands or anything like that, and he kind of
Mhm,
closes the
mhm.
door behind you.
Yeah, she remembers. She just inclines her head.
Yep.
Get me the fuck out of there.
Creepy motherfucker.
Get me out of there.
No, you're good. Huh? I like
Uh,
Vincent a lot.
Yeah, no, Vincent's cool. Yeah. You gotta remain like mentally on your toes around him for sure.
I love my
Okay.
smart NPCs.
Yep, that's what scares me because I'm like, you're smarter than me, Nate. I'm like, oh, God.
That's the nicest compliment anyone ever said to me.
You're gonna trick me.
So while that was happening, is anything else happening with the rest of you all?
Hillshire's
Alright.
probably spilling everything that he heard.
Yes. All right, Cora. I'm gonna just kick your your token out for just a little bit here. Okay. Yeah. So yep. Shutting up. You gonna tell him Hillshire? And I think you have to tell them in character because they don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, so while you guys were distracting him, and I was listening in through that keyhole, and I kind of heard some interesting things.
Well, you gonna keep that cat in that bag?
Not at all. I just wanted to build up some suspense, but I suppose I didn't really switch in accents. I'm doing Prescott out of nowhere.
Dude, as a Southerners, it's hard once you get a little bit going and just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
I know that struggle.
You gotta remember, just say, "I know a guy," and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
What was it?
Touchstone phrases? Yeah.
Yeah, like Keystone.
Keystone phrases.
You're done. You're done. You're done. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I was listening to something about Cyric and Bernard plays the harp. I didn't really understand most of it.
Plays the harp.
Yeah, he was pretty secretive about it.
If anybody would like to do history or religion checks on the name Cyric, they can. It's not super high.
Yeah,
Something
most definitely.
Something about him being a harper. I don't know why that meant anything.
Oh.
I've seen people who play the harp before.
I have to know about the Harpers, right? Would I not know about the Harpers?
That harp. So the way I go about things like this, a lot of us above table who engage with D&D know what a harper is. So I don't mind.
Yeah, but I
if
just
you're
mean being a bard in the largest city in the region.
I don't
can't
mind if
imagine
your
I wouldn't
character
have heard.
knows, and I'll let it choose up to you if you want to roll for it, or if your character does or does not know. So it's your choice. Is pretty much the thing there.
Yeah,
I
I feel
rolled.
like Hillshire wouldn't know.
So for religion check, 1714s, both are good. Cyric is a nasty god, also known as Prince of Lies. Famously, maybe not this necessarily. You might believe this. I'm not saying this. Your characters believe whatever they want about gods, but the story goes he even killed the goddess of magic at one point. But he's a pretty nasty bait. Definitely considered evil and trickstery, but like he loves strife. He just loves. When it comes to trickery, it's not like pranked you, bro. It's like we murdered the king to create a war in the Civil War. Now everyone's killing each other. Just a prank, bro. I also know that's the Mad One, the Dark Prince, Prince of Mad. Like his very, very powerful Prince of
Yeah, he's
Lions.
got some anime titles to him for sure.
I think that kind of
Definitely
covers
tell it was a player character at one point.
Yeah, right, definitely. Or one of Greenwood's like book characters. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, Hillshire mentioned Harper. So up to you, Ash, if you know it or not. It does not matter to me. If you want to know, it's totally fine.
I mean, I can't imagine. I don't think he's much of a joiner, but I can't imagine he hadn't been approached in the time since he's. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I'll say this: I don't think you've been approached about it, because as you can see, some of the stuff going on with this adventure is literally you all being approached, right? We have a Harper approaching. We've had Centaurum. Xanathar has been fishing around. I've been referencing so many factions. So I think for the continuity of the adventure, maybe you have not been approached yet. But if you want to know, like the rumors of the Harpers, this group of spies, quote unquote do-gooders, that's subjective. It's up to you, right? Or like I think you would at least know the broad strokes of the Harpers, but I don't think you've been personally approached yet.
Okay.
If
Well, the other thing, and I apologize for this because I meant to talk to you out of character. It's been a busy week, but in my reading about Waterdeep, I didn't realize there's a very famous Bard College right here.
Oh, is there? I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Well, it seems odd that I wouldn't have gone there or been somehow affiliated with it. So that's what I kind of thought is like being around there, I would have heard something about Harper's.
I do think you would have heard stories of Harper's, but knowing because they are a secretive society, right?
Yeah.
Their number one thing is being secretive, their identities being kept. So they're spies. So it's not like going around the college like Professor so-and-so is like no one that wouldn't have happened, right? There might have been some rumors that there might be members in the college, maybe, who knows? Yeah, but there would never been any concrete details. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I'm cool with that.
I love the Bard College connection though for Waterdeep because I think that'd be something we can kind of play with. So I love that.
Yeah, I'll between sessions I'm off next week, so I'll be able to spend a little time talking to you about.
Oh yeah, and schedule-wise too. Just obviously, I don't think any of us we're gonna play on Christmas Day, and we can have a discussion about New Year's Day, but we'll finish that up. But definitely no session next week. We'll just definitely be taking next week off.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, sorry. Hillshire mentions Harper's and is continuing on with what he heard.
Yeah, he was real secretive about. He plays the harp. I didn't really, I didn't really understand most of what they were talking about. I think somebody else should have been the one listening.
Well, I've heard tell of this group called the Harpers, which maybe that's what they're talking about.
So what is that? Some sort of band that just all the band members play the harp.
I thought it was the same thing, but it wasn't. Apparently, it's some kind of secret organization. They're all like, goody two shoes, but they're also like musical. I don't know, something. I guess they're like spies or something. I don't know. I just keep hearing rumors.
Graf just looks at the three. All right, is it just me, or are we stumbling into secret organizations left, right, and center?
This is a big city. A lot of room for secret organizations and evil deeds.
Hey, but it's almost like they started just arriving at our doorstep. Like an overly annoying religious preacher, man.
Well, maybe you got a knack for bringing around trouble.
You ain't got that wrong.
You're one to talk. Just kidding, I'm not here.
All right. Well, now that we know that, change of idea, change of topic. I'm getting a list together of any changes we need for the renovations. For instance, I want to put a window with a lock and a key up in the outside wall of my room. Any changes you want to the Troll Skull Manor while I got the list going?
I think we might do well to have a couple extra privies.
That's forgot about that. Aye.
We got a lot of people
Gosh.
moving around, and some of them have different parts. So,
Should probably clean up this first floor, make it kind of presentable. Might have somebody coming by tomorrow, and I don't want them to see the mess.
Oh, Hillshire has someone visited tomorrow.
Cora, I think you can probably come in now at this point.
Oh,
Family visiting.
cha-ching.
We're not open yet. As Graf is still looking at the paper on the counter.
Cora cocks an eyebrow. I didn't realize that we were open yet.
Oh, Cora. No, I said we're not open yet.
Mm. Oh, I totally thought you meant like. Never mind. Never mind.
Either way, I'm getting a list together of changes to be made to Troll Skull Manor. Anything while we're having it renovated, it's probably the best time to, put in a window. Is what I'm wanting. Ash here had the idea of more privies, so I think that's a good idea. Anything in your mind of any changes need to be made?
Wait, privies are bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to dip into my old English. We need more privies?
well,
I mean, if I remember correctly, one person has one in the master bedroom. There's two for other use upstairs. And that's it, if I remember correctly.
see, what I was not going to bring right up, but, I got to go upstairs to use it. And the only other option, of course, Cora, would be to enter your room, which I'm sure wouldn't be appreciated, particularly for that type of activity.
You have a point. All right, more privies. I wouldn't mind, perhaps, if we can start building the bar.
Oh, of course.
And stocking it.
Yeah, I think that's a given. We want to make progress there because we need to start making some money here, at least to cover our expenses. I'm not saying we need to make a bunch of profit here, but we got a lot of money going out here for renovations and for permits and such, and we're gonna have taxes and all that. So we got to at least, break even.
Aye.
Could
This list is just the changes to be made, not just fixing up the place.
Now
I
that
could
those
possibly
candles.
possibly find some connections and establish our ale. She's like really trying not to be like, I like beer. Please let me handle the beer.
Were those
Not that
candles
it's
delivered?
necessary.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you all, but it's been I think about a day or at least most of the day since you guys been doing orders and such, and people coming over, you showing the building to carpenters, and all the different guild representatives. So I do think packages have started to be delivered. And you had talked to your grandparents the day before, so I think candles would have been delivered. Yeah, so I think they're like I was gonna say other things are already being delivered, right? Whether it's tablecloths, new cups, or like whatever. And also, yeah, you guys are doing a just know you guys have a lot of flexibility. You don't have to do a tavern. I'm fine with you guys continuing that. But right now, since you guys, it sounds like you're doing a tavern, it's like it's going to be cups and new mugs and such coming in. Fresh beers are coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got somebody to handle the beer, somebody to handle security, somebody to handle the entertainment. You know, I mean, I think we kind of got a party that would do well with the tavern.
Speaking of
Justin, it
security,
sounds like something's hitting your microphone, I think.
What is that?
speaking of security and upgrades, I think we should add some sort of escape route, a tunnel of sorts, a secret door, surveillance capabilities. I think this building needs defense capabilities, perhaps mounted weapons in the balcony.
Can I propose a
Hey!
weird thing here, real quick? Like with this idea of the secret tunnel, is that something you all think you would agree to, real quick?
What's that?
A secret like escape tunnel that Zaba just proposed in this moment. Is that something you all think you would agree to, right?
I was actually gonna make some similar suggestions, and
'Cause
out of character. If we're talking about trying to pick up some buildings in the future around us, you know, for what is it called, bastions? I like the idea of tunnels between them and things like that. So I was already kind of thinking along those lines.
We're not going to RP out all of it, but I just love this little vignette, right? Because you're kind of like talking in character right now. But again, remember, you guys have started the process, so a lot of things have been done, right? So I'm not going to say when this exactly happens on the timeline of the renovations, but with that comment, I like to imagine you're taking this like construction contractor through the place, and you're like, oh, yeah, we want a secret tunnel and stuff like that, and it's just like gruff dwarf, and he kind of looks at all of you, and he's like, are you gonna fucking kill me when I'm done with your fucking secrets?
No, we're just gonna pay you well for your secrecy.
Roll a persuasion check. I just want to lead into
Sure
the trouble,
thing.
like the whole like evil king puts in the secret stuff and then kills all the contractors. Or the
Oh, I only rolled an 8, but hey.
14. All right, so you don't look like you're gonna fucking kill us, but you better know that I've got contacts, I've got family. They'll know that we're doing work here, and if anything happens, I'll tell them
Well,
Joe
and
scolded.
similarly, if anybody finds out about our tunnel, we'll know who told them because you're the only person who knows.
That makes me feel like you're gonna try and kill me. And he gets had like an argument. I just want to touch on that little weird little moment that would have cropped up with you talking to the contractor. But you guys square it out, and then I'll pull you guys back into your discussion. I just thought that'd be fun.
Cool,
Discord's throwing a hissy fit. I'm just gonna restart it real quick.
Okay, for it.
Yeah, sorry about before. I thought I was muted. That was my grinder.
I almost said I didn't want to do it on your behalf. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was Justin's grinder.
I thought I was
I'm going to
muted.
Justin's house.
Everyone has fun at Justin's house.
Hey, but Zaba, what's the point of the secret tunnel? After all, in order to get downstairs, we have to go outside and out the road anyway. Only place I could think that we could use a secret tunnel is in the fireplace, maybe.
I was just going to
avoiding
suggest
fire.
that there were alternative ways to get to that tunnel that we could work in. You know, there could easily be, in a corner there in the tavern that actually we cut off, and there's a ladder down from the upper levels that would allow us to get down to that tunnel a different way. I think there's options.
We could use it initially as an escape route just outside, and then we could connect other locations to it. We could even go under other parts of the manor and use it to actually traverse the manor in a hidden manner. And actually use it for observation. I mean, this is going to be a pub initially. It's going to be a hub of gossip, information, perhaps crime activity. I don't know.
You remember when we were in the sewers? Everybody else had a secret tunnel.
Yeah, we need a route to the sewer too.
Don't want to be behind the times. There was that
Yeah.
one place we snuck into. It was like that, a microbrewery or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Cora gets very
And, well, if you
excited when
gotta
you say
see-
Yeah, I
that.
know. She was like, I need it.
They had a
You
secret
gotta-
tunnel.
If you get a secret tunnel, you also got secret storage.
Aye, but that tends to be easier when getting from your living quarters don't already require you to go outside the building.
You know, we could do. I say we put a hole in the den and in the turret, and we install a pole.
I like where this is going.
Is this like a fireman's like?
Yeah,
exit?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
okay, sorry. I thought you were going an entirely
Multi-use,
different
yeah.
route,
You thought I was going the other way? I know a certain
quick
type
point.
of dance that is.
I was like, wait a minute.
Hillshires, no, I'm talking about a dancing
When
pole.
you when
I
you
mean, it could
order
be
the
that kind
pole,
of
can you
happening
ask
more of
if
a
you want.
fire-
What
Fireman's
kind of
pole.
tavern are we making here?
It could be that
when you
kind of
purchase that pole? I need an extra length from my floor to ceiling, just an extra piece.
We're
We'll put
making
a
a
wall
very
around. A fireman's
profitable
pole is a good
tavern
idea.
here.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, I mean, the pole would have to be, I don't know, somewhere else, not over there.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
if you put
No,
the
I was-
pole in the turret, I mean, we can also have mounted weapons in the top of the turret that you can then jump down the fireman's pole.
Well,
I just wanted
the
a
only
way to go
problem
from
is
floor
that
2 to floor 1.
Fireman's poles are really great for going down, but not necessarily real quick for going up. So maybe we could find a solution like a ladder with, we just make sure that the outside edges, the outside, what do you call them? The two side poles you don't have anything to stop us from just sliding down.
Yeah, yeah, you know, like how they do in video games where they like slide down the ladder. It seems.
What is this, a video
realistic.
game you're
How,
talking about?
how about we build one of those platforms where those squares where you pull the lever and it just goes up?
Why
No
don't we just
engineering
get a
required.
ladder? Stripper fireman. Yeah.
About
It's funny,
me
if it-
as the
if it
audience, I love the
closes-
idea of a multi-use pole like that.
if it closes from the
That's
top, then
hilarious.
our
Could we-
patrons won't know the difference.
Could we have stripper firemen on it?
Yeah, right. Stripper doesn't
In that
need to be
case,
men.
it's
It
not
can
a
be anything.
swap, it's
Stripper
just- it's-
fireman pole.
Firemen, firewomen, whatever. I'm game.
Yeah, we don't discriminate. Fire
I don't
person.
discriminate whatsoever.
Wait a moment, don't we have a fire genasi nearby as a smith?
So what's this pole you need to be made? For what?
The pole extends after 1 a.m.
An extending.
We call it
You-
happy
8-9
hour.
hours.
Oh my god, if you guys put a stripper pole
happy
there,
hour.
that's an extending pole that will then go up in case of emergencies to the upper floors and then use it. It turns
Oh, that
into
would
the
be
fire.
so awesome.
It's secretly
all-
like a collapsing pole, but like
Yeah, exactly,
much
yeah.
larger.
We all need
This
to
just
like
turned
try out the
epic.
pole just to make sure. Can you imagine if we're like being like under siege and we're all like, get down on the pole, and we all like,
That's cool. The old metal slides when we were all kids on the playgrounds. That's
Right.
Oh yeah,
uh,
the 200-degree hot plate that you're supposed to slide down.
yeah.
You just gotta lube it up. See, grease it.
Yeah, I was just thinking of a way to go from floor 2 to floor 1 real fast, but I suppose it could
more
be
interesting.
whatever we want it to be.
I'm sorry. All right. All right, so we got the pole.
Yeah, I've got secret tunnel. I got window in the attic for Graph, aka escape room or escape
Mhm.
hut for him. I got stripper pole extending into fireman pole. We'll see if you guys actually want to be serious about that. And then I have weapons and turret because I know Zaba tossed that out earlier.
Yeah.
I do think we want to pay particular attention to security. Many of us have balconies. I know that Graf was already talking about a lock for a window that he's going to put in, but we got to consider that there's potential for us to make some enemies here in the work that we've been doing. So
Yeah.
I think we
And,
really need to take that into consideration.
well, what I really want to also add is one of them systems with mirrors, so you can look around in different places. It's like a bunch of mirrors that move,
Mm.
and they let you transfer light to get different viewpoints from the same single place.
Are you doing a down periscope? Is that what you're trying to make? Or like a periscope, essentially?
Yeah, for individual rooms have little periscopes, and you can like re-angle them to look.
I love it. I was just making sure I understood what you're. At first, I thought you were talking about like a communication. I'm like, no, he's talking about. I'm like, yo, he's describing a periscope. I'm just making sure.
Like for surveillance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna make sure people aren't stealing.
Yeah,
We're
well,
just
in the
gonna have
turret,
those dome mirrors out of a store.
I thought you were like building like a fun mirror house or something. I was like,
no,
oh,
no. So like, it's so we can actually spy on people and keep the place secure. It's for security and I will call it observation, information gathering.
So what type of guard work did you do?
Professional service to the public kind.
If you see an unmarked white wagon parked anywhere and you can't see inside of it, he was in there. Magical surveillance inside the white wagon.
Alright. Zoba, you do know that this is a manor and not a castle? Right?
Yeah, we don't have to make it a castle. It needs a little capability, though.
But the turret is already small enough without having space taken up by a fucking harpoon.
We could think of something more practical. There's plenty of space in there.
I mean, are we expecting to be raided by a whale anytime soon?
Shoplifter off the port bow.
Although I do think we should have those, those like speaking tubes they have on ships. At least one behind the bar.
Well, they should be in
Going up to
conjunction with.
somewhere.
They should speaking and listening tubes because along with the mirrors, you can just adjust it to listen. Actually, it's pretty much exactly what was in Arcane with Echo.
Oh, really?
What are those tube things where you can like talk into them and like hear the other person?
I
Two
only
cans in a string.
Yeah, I know 2 cans in a string, but I don't know what you'd call the speaking. Maybe speaking tubes. Yeah.
Speaking tubes.
Yeah, it's probably just called speaking tubes. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, maybe we can have like a little speaking tube like behind the bar. Extends up into the. Top
Leaf
of
is letting you guys have this conversation, but with how much you guys are like arming and preparing this for like warfare and stuff, he's just kind of like,
He's like, I'm so dead.
They're gonna burn it to the ground.
He already is dead.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about the contractor. Never mind. Yeah, Cora would very like nonchalantly, like while everybody else is discussing stuff, she's gonna lean closer to Graf, like lean down to him, and I wouldn't mind a pool in my bathroom.
I gotta tell you, I was gonna put a hot tub in my room, but I was just gonna kind of do that myself. I wasn't expecting the party to chip in.
Or you already have a private bath.
She looks like a little downtrodden. You're right.
Hot tub, communal hot tub.
Oh my god.
Communal hot tub. Yeah.
Room now. There's a room between my room and yours, Miss Cora, and perhaps we could consider like a central facility where we could both entertain guests. And then it wouldn't take up room in our room.
No.
Listen, I'm both an exhibitionist and a voyeur, but apparently you're neither, so I understand.
No.
The stripper pole already extends into your room, Ash. I don't know what else you want.
Fireman pole.
Just everything, Cora. Just everything, Miss Cora.
Why am I thinking of Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah. I'm now waiting for a hot tub with like a release. So like, oh, we're under attack. It like releases out, water goes in. You guys land in your mechs and you go like riding out in the war now.
Yeah.
Power Rangers is just happening for me right now in my brain.
I feel
All
like
the
the
hot water pours out in little spigots out off the corner of the roof, like little gargoyle mouths, and it creates like steam defense.
Why is your every suggestion some type of like arsenal? Who
Well,
are you expecting to attack us?
To be fair, for
We're-
Kev above table, if we get into the Bastion rules, I kind of like the idea of doing that because there really is like random events I can roll for people like attacking the Bastion and shit. So Zap was not completely off base if we get into it.
Well, like it's so funny. Everyone's like a hot tub, a stripper pool. You're like
Flamethrowers.
A stripper pool.
Miss Cora, might I remind you that we could very potentially be angering two very powerful groups within this city. So I'm not opposed to a little bit of protection. You know what I'm saying?
And possibly more. We're involving ourselves with cults, as you said, Cora, yourself. And who knows what
that's
trouble that could bring.
Hillshire said that.
Oh,
I like this
Um,
moment of Cora finding out that
Yeah,
you all know about the
when
cult. Yeah, go
you
ahead. Yeah.
say cults, like her head snaps to you. What do you mean?
well, I mean, not everybody's got the same beliefs, but some people are a bit more radical.
But you said cults specifically.
Yeah.
The music stopped, Nate.
Isn't that what Hillshire said?
Cora like very slowly turns her head to Hillshire. Why would you say that?
I
Did
was
you hear something?
well, when you were talking to Renar.
You were listening.
I mean, I didn't understand what was being said. I was asking these guys for clarity.
She looks like she's gonna react, and then she like unclenches her fist. Understand that what Renar told me should be under discretion. Please.
Can I insert an idea to you, Lauren?
Yeah. Of course.
I'm curious, right? Because we don't really talk about your paladin abilities a lot, right? And obviously I'm playing up the moment mostly for lulz, but I don't know if you're actually maybe feeling that Cora is feeling anger in this moment. Is there like, if she is, and she's feeling her secrets and that vulnerability, is there like something visual happening that's kind of like maybe representation of like the Pally abilities, like radiant energy, almost like you're about to go Super Saiyan, kind of like wisping off of you, so they can like, is there like almost like a magical like, oh shit, like Cora's upset? Anything at all? I'm just kind of fishing here if you like that idea at all.
Yeah, no, it's definitely so I think when she so back when she was downed in combat and then she came back up and like the Undertaker, and then she did her vow of enmity on that one guy, it was very much like her power was like crackling around her, and it was almost this like faint like greenish yellow kind of like aura starts like pressing like against her armor, and it starts like creaking. It looks very much like she's like really trying to rein in like her vengeance almost. And then she like takes a deep breath and like calms down. But it's very much like it's not really anger. You see like she's more like afraid, and that's what's triggering this.
I'm not forcing this on anybody else's play agency, but this is mostly for me. Cora, just roll an intimidation check for me.
Oh shit.
And people can play off that if they want. But
16.
Yeah. It's just there, and just
What
part
do
of the
I
narrative. For intimidation, I think it would be like a wisdom check if you want to kind of
All right.
contest against it.
Oh shit.
A wisdom save or a wisdom check?
So, let me make something very clear. So, I'm building up Cora and Lauren. Normally for players, I don't force a check and like a save with PvPs or like interplayer stuff, right? It's there if you can either allow your character to be intimidated, not be intimidated, or base your reaction off the roll if that's what you want to do. I just want to make sure that's clear. I want to make anyone feel like they need the roll. But if you want to roll and let the dice decide your reaction against Cora, I would say a wisdom saving throw. I think that's totally a good one.
So I could just decide that Ash is actually a little bit turned on by this.
You could if you want. Yes.
I'm like, you just described me in bed, so it's not really anger. It's like controlled fear,
God damn it, this backfired on me.
Yeah.
Man.
But bringing you guys back into
Oh,
that,
no.
it's up to you if you want to make a roll or not, or you can decide your reactions. Yep. So continue.
You've
Graph.
made him scared roused. Hey, geez, the look in your eye there, lassie.
She her menacing aura, you can almost see it kind of stutter and flicker away. Oh, what?
You look like you've seen a ghost, and that fight or flight chose fight. And I don't mean leaf either.
She's never had this reaction before, so she's a little at a loss. Sorry, Graph. I didn't. Sometimes my emotions get the better of me.
Yeah, but that was a real intense reaction to to knowing that Hillshire listened in on you. I didn't give him shit when he tried to follow me when I left the brain is
I don't think you know that
frying
Hillshire
into
tried
me.
to follow you. Just I don't think.
No, I passed that perception check
Yeah, I
and
think
Hillshire.
you did.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
I do remember it. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. I didn't realize until after the session that the cloak gives you disadvantage on doing that, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, disadvantage on the perception check to find you.
Yeah, it's advantage in stealth and disadvantage at being seen.
Jeez, that's
Cloak of
Yeah.
Elvenkind. I feel like I forget about that
Real-
side of it. The disadvantage of perception. It's easy to forget.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. That's the only thing that separates it from the boots.
yeah. But yeah,
I know
When,
I have a strong reaction. Listen, when I talked to Renar, I can't disclose what he told me, even though Hillshire may have already. I need him. So please, let's not ruin this relationship with him and keep his secrets.
Well,
Thing
I
is,
wasn't.
if you think they're so dangerous, you weren't planning on telling us.
It's not Renar or the faction that he's involved with that I'm worried about. It's the other
Right,
thing
but-
that you heard.
Of course, but obviously there's a connection there that would have exposed us to this danger, and you meant to keep that from us?
Yeah, she looks kind of down at the floor. I thought I didn't want to involve any of you. I have something I need to take care of, and it is very dangerous. And I need Renar for more information. She'll go and sit down on kind of this little broken stool. Hopefully it doesn't break. but she'll kind of like lean forward and put her forearms on her legs. I used to be a part of the cult that you heard. They took me in when I was a child. It's not a very nice cult. It's a very dangerous cult. I didn't
But they
want.
saved your life.
Mm. They did not save my life. They made it seem like they did for me and my family. They whispered promises to us, brainwashed us. They controlled us. I don't know if any of you know about this cult that I'm talking about, but it's best if none of you get involved with them.
Eh, getting involved with a cult of the Lord of Lies is wasn't on my to-do list.
But if you're in danger, then we are too. We might come looking for you.
They don't know I'm alive. She kind of like gauges their reaction. The
Well, we're
people of
about
my
to.
past, none of them do.
We might become the most famous pub owners in the town.
I realize. That's why I've been so adamant about our mysteriousness. I'm not trying to broadcast that I'm back in Waterdeep. But it seems that's inevitable since we have the manor, and my goal is to eliminate the cult in Waterdeep. And I need to find them, and to find them, I need Renar, and I need the Harper's resources.
Okay.
But I understand that this also puts you in danger.
Doesn't sound like any more danger than we're already in.
Eh, and
Well, the
danger
more
is one of my
factions,
middle names.
we piss off, the more likely one of them is to just randomly attack us.
I don't aim to piss off the Harpers. I aim to eliminate the cult.
Which would probably piss off the cult. Right?
Yes. But if we fix up the manor and we become known publicly, I will try to keep my identity hidden, but the church may come after me, regardless.
And like we need more turrets and
God
secret
damn it.
tunnels.
Aye, Lady Zaba, and shall we put a pot of boiling oil over the stairs as well?
And a moat
We should
while
have
we're at it.
we should have boiling oil gutters. So instead of rain, we can dump boiling oil and the whole perimeter gets flooded with it. I really like that.
Graf is just, face in his hand.
I wouldn't be opposed to more offensive measures. And I'm sorry, I am indirectly involving all of you in this. I've tried to remain incognito.
Well, we could probably get some benefit from it. Cults have money.
Nate, would the Cora know if like the cult are they pretty wealthy or are they mostly like we're out to just cause chaos, not really like take
Mm-hmm.
funds?
Roll a history check.
-1, let's go. Okay, a 15.
15. Because for your experiences with it, right? Correct me if you're okay with this interpretation of the backstory. Like you weren't, like you were both brainwashed, or you were brainwashed into it.
Mhm.
You know, got into the ranks to an extent, but it's almost like with any cult. You're at the lower levels, right? You might not have a complete picture of what's actually happening behind. Like I almost like to
Yeah.
imagine that it was an austere presentation before and put in front of you. But you
Mhm.
know, and maybe this is really fucked up coming from like such a fucked up figure, but it was very much like we're all in this together, and we, you know, share whatever limited supplies that we have, and whatnot.
Mhm.
But with a 15, maybe you got a glimpse behind the curtain and you saw, you know, there was some ostentation of wealth for maybe one or maybe a quote unquote higher up that would have associated with Cora, and you got a glimpse
Mhm.
behind the curtain at some point, and like, oh yeah, and they like try to play it off like, oh yeah, this is what you'll earn if you stay with us, and Cora was more
Mhm.
just like, above table. I wasn't going to like get real cult, like actual IRL cult associations, but I'm in it now and
Mhm.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
100%.
so like you got kind of like a little peek behind it, and it's like, oh, you live here while the rest of us have been kind of like in the dock wards and like
Squabbling it.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and like
Beating off
chipping
the scraps.
together and watching out for each other, creating this brotherhood. And like, oh no, this is
Oh
what
yeah, of
this and this is
course.
we give, and maybe that was a part of it. So
Makes sense
uh
for the Church of Lies.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And with them being the Church of Lies, you would know that they had you don't know which ones, if but you had heard rumors that they would, and maybe that was a part of it too, like they have false temples, other gods, and they've been fleecing other denominations of gods or
Mhm,
whatnot.
mhm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so she kind of nods. I did see quite a bit of wealth when I was younger. They seemed like they were hoarding it, maybe hiding it from everyone else. Just more lies on top of all the other lies that they told us.
Well, if you can't beat him with your steel, hit him in the pocketbook.
Hmm.
So with the 14 on Graf's deception check, I just want to point out Graf's ears perk up whenever she says that, you know, she saw quite a bit of wealth when she was younger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Do you want to do that against their passive perceptions, or do you want them to do rolls? I'll let you choose.
I'll let them choose, same as with the intimidation check from Cora.
Okay. So they can choose to notice. You're okay with that, even with the 14 deception?
Yeah.
Or they can choose to roll. Yeah, it's up to your characters. You can choose to notice graph perk up, or you can roll a perception to notice it if you want to make it based on the roll.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah, I'll roll too.
I do not notice.
Ooh. That's surprisingly good.
Passive perception?
Yeah, or you can declare your passive perception instead of rolling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your passive perception is 12, and so it would not have picked up the 14.
So what part did you specifically perk up at, since I'm assuming I saw it?
When I said that they
With
were
Oh,
hoarding like a lot of wealth within the
yeah,
cult.
exactly.
Yeah.
I will if ye need any more help on your mission. I'm already up for a bit of danger, so if you need someone to tag along, help you out, I got your back.
She looks up pretty surprised. Like she has like a very open look on her face. I appreciate that, Graf. Usually when most people hear about the Church of Cyrus, they turn and run the other way. God damn it, I always say it. Syrup. I need a sticky note.
I'm so glad
Church
this
of
doesn't happen to
Syrup.
me as the DM. I'm like, Nino, Nano, Blondo.
I know. Like, I'm usually good with
It's hard when something gets into your brain. Yeah, I'm a visual person,
know.
so I need to like reinforce it.
Aye. And of course, an easier way to hurt them would be to hurt their pocketbooks. And their ill-gotten gains can be our ill-gotten gains.
I like the sound of that.
I'm all for this plan.
All right. Who's all in on pissing off the Lord of Lies?
Oh god.
Let's go for it.
I mean, sounds like it might be fun.
Well, yeah.
Though I do kind of, other than the evil part, I kind of agree with some of his stuff. But hey, there's still that evil part.
Yeah, Cora looks like surprised, but seems like happy. She's grateful that you guys have like taken this so well. I suppose I should tell you the full truth if you are putting your lives in danger. I made a vow to myself when I left the cult that I would be forthcoming and honest in all things. My parents, the ones who I've been sneaking out at night, I've been leaving gold for them when I can. My family grew up very poor, and it was the church that took advantage of us. It wasn't just me that the church took under their wing, it was my siblings as well. We were adopted by the parents that I have now. My siblings and I aren't widely accepted with most people. So I need you to know what exactly you're getting yourself into. And she'll kind of sit up and she like reaches for her face and she kind of stops, hesitates, and then gently like pulls her mask down. A little token change. You know I love my token changes. Whoopa! Oh shit. I'm huge.
Making it.
Ooh.
She grows
Oh,
50
no.
times large.
100 feet in the
It
air.
was a mask of reduce.
Holy shit.
My siblings and I.
What do they do? We describe it, what they see for us?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so basically the very operatic mask that was covering her face was hiding her Yuan-Ti heritage. And so
Yuan-Ti.
her left side of her face is very it's green and with like yellow scales and very sharp, angular, very snake-like on her left side of the face.
And let me just talk about it once, because I don't want to assume everyone knows what a Yuan-Ti is or Yuan-Ti is. And I just want to also, and with D&D campaigns, some people, sometimes you'll read Forgotten Realms or I'm like, tieflings are considered evil, and sometimes we don't even address it, right? But for the sake of Core's narrative and through the adventure you guys are going through, Yuan-Ti are very much pariahs in Sword Coast culture. All the major cities, even the ones that consider themselves cosmopolitan. A lot. I mean, there's always, not every single citizen in a city is going to hate a Yuan-Ti, but they are pariahs. And some people would say rightfully so, because most Yuan-Ti culturally worship gods of blood and such. And so, like, there is a huge reputation of them being evil. And so they would be a societal culture that would be oppressed in a lot of places, not get as many opportunities. So they usually live in squalor, or some like maybe it doesn't have, maybe they have protections in the city, but maybe the farther out you go and there's not as many protections, if one person gets in the right mind, they killed the UNT family, right? But like very heavy prejudice. So her revealing this to you all, I think it's well enough that you all know that her folks are, or her people can be very oppressed. So I do think all your characters would know that, and that there's a huge prejudice against them. So this is where all of you turn on her character and become racist. Okay, that's yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you would know that. That's all. But yeah, so she shows the face and everything.
She's like bracing for whatever reaction. She's quite like used to it, but it doesn't get easier, But she understands as well at the same time.
Not to force this narrative onto you either, but Zaba, it's up to you. But sometimes half orcs, there is like room for people to explore that kind of narrative too. Maybe like, oh, you have orcish blood, like that could be right. Am I crazy? You are half orc, right? Yeah. So not forcing it on you, but it could be there if you want to explore the narrative, like being able to relate from that. If you think you've had experiences.
You're a half orc. I thought you were a tiefling.
Ash is like, I can't work with half orcs. I'm sorry. Of all the reveals, you got that out of me talking about Zaba, not Cora. I love it. I'm just kidding. I'm just poking. I know a meta's above table thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was considering half tiefling or half orc, but there's no half tiefling.
Oh, that's
thing,
what
and
it
my mark of
was,
finding
right?
makes
Yeah.
me need to be an orc, so I did go with half orc.
But that's just that. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been so long since we talked about that. I was looking at sheets and what was being reinforced was half orc. Are you a half tiefling? You don't have to be half orc. If you want to be half tiefling, that's totally fine. Narratively, like reskinning. I just want to, because Brent could be completely right. You're half tiefling, and I'm just reading it wrong on the sheet.
Well, the image that I have on my token does have this little. They're not horns. It's part of my helmet, but
yeah,
I was originally leaning tiefling, but
let's stick whatever you want. Yeah,
mark of finding. I would have to I don't know, bend that.
I mean, basically,
flavor is free.
If I understand what Nate is saying, you can just have the mechanics of half orc.
Yes.
But say you're half tiefling.
Yeah, it's whatever narrative you want. I like the mechanics. We'll have half orc on there. We can't change that, but you tell me narratively if it's half tiefling, it's half tiefling. Yeah. So Brent was like right with this memory of like you being a half tiefling, and I misremembered. Yeah, but
yeah. Then
all that said, as I said, tieflings. So it's up to you if you want to. I'm just helping you guys explore the social stuff there. If you want to engage with it with your characters, but as a half tiefling, it still kind of applies. Like if you want to feel sympathetic because you've gone through similar experiences, it's there. Not saying you had to have gone through that, but that's all.
I mean, I definitely feel sympathetic because just how she grew up poor. I'm very sympathetic to the poor and, the people that need help and can't help themselves, even in defense, and, yes, I can sympathize.
Okay. Yeah, so I did interrupt you earlier in that, Cora, when you were, because I think I was like, of your description, and then I went on my rambles. So.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, she is like looking up at your faces to gauge your reaction and just kind of loosely holding her mask in her hand. I assume you know what I am. A UNT pureblood.
I'm trying to think of how to do this.
Well, you can be sure I'm gonna judge you by your actions, but not by how you look.
Me.
What were you saying, Zaba? That sounds sweet.
I said you can be sure I'm gonna judge you by your actions, but not by how you look.
And I'd actually walk over and kind of put my arm on her shoulder and just be like, "Hey, we probably all got secrets. You're just the first one brave enough to share yours."
She she like shifts kind of like uncomfortably, not because of, your guys' support, but like she's not used to it, so she doesn't know how to process it. Thank you. You all are taking this quite well.
All right. I'm putting down on the list that you need to reinforce your room with stone.
I believe that's a Gorgon, not UNT.
Not that.
Do,
You're a
do we need to
natural
put it?
redhead. Every time someone in my family knows of and befriends a natural redhead, their house burns down. Your hair is fire.
Um,
This whole time I thought you had died or something. Didn't get a good look because of their mask.
Is it Winterfire? January Embers?
January Embers.
My heart
Yeah.
lies there too.
Her
Alright.
so like half of her hair, that like weird like little patch of like that neon yellow looks, it makes sense where it's like, oh, that's just like a patch of her skin that's snake, and it just like her hair grew like that. Right. Well, now you all know.
The funniest thing about that is I completely forgot that I made him a redhead.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like
That's why she was looking at you like.
Graph's
The
like,
ginger don't like
I
gingers,
put it
what
on
the
my
hell?
own paper. Like, look, reinforced wall. Like, I might burn down the tabernacle. Whatever you want, Graph, you want to do with that.
Keep
Yeah,
in
she
mind,
was looking at
Graf
you
has
like,
been broke for forever. He doesn't know. He hasn't looked at his own hair.
right, yeah.
Fair.
She looks up at like Graf's hair and is like, right,
Right. A UNT, whatever. I've worked with a couple of UNT before. They're just as the right bastards as anyone else.
you've
No more,
worked with
no
them
less.
before? They didn't
Aye.
kill you?
Like I said, the right bastards just as much as anyone else. They weren't the first to try, they weren't the last. Different methods, though. Those ones caught me off guard. I'll be honest with you.
Yes, well, my kind is prone to secrecy and other awful things. But now you know, my siblings are still with the cult, as far as I know. I've had a possible lead on finding them. When I went to my parents the other night, oh my god, my throat. There was someone else watching my parents' house, not just me. It was a figure that was dark, cloaked, and I didn't get a good look at them, but they left behind a scale, a UNT scale. I believe it could have been one of my siblings, but I'm not sure. I made a bargain with the man down the street. Private investigator. I forgot his name. Was it
Vincent.
Vincent.
Vincent. I paid him to keep an eye on my parents' place to see if that person returned, and if they did, he's going to follow them and possibly find the location of the cult.
And the money.
And the money. But my parents think I'm dead. It was the only way I could get out of the cult. I don't know what my siblings' intentions are. I wouldn't think that they would put my parents in harm. But the cult has a way of manipulating you, especially when you look like me.
Well, having been a part of the cult for so long, you must know something about how they operate. I mean, what sort of goods? I mean, can we target goods that they're importing? Carts, destroy supplies, reserve. I
It's
mean,
not so much they handle merchandise. The whole concept of the cult is to spread out and spread lies everywhere. Even own members within the cult don't trust each other. There's usually one single individual who operates the cells. I think I'm remembering the backstory on the church. The
That sounds up
the
my
church
sounds
is,
for me.
the churches they're I think they're called cells, and they're basically like different cells don't even trust each other, and they're always like vying to be like the best church, and like, oh, I worship, um Cyric more than you, and like there's distrust with even in like the own members and stuff. So and she wasn't low rank, but she was very much like not foot soldier, but she was disposable. Like that's basically what they were doing. They saw this poor family and with these adopted Yuan Ti, children, and they're all struggling, and so they took advantage of that, and whispered false promises, and like, I'll take care of you guys and your family, and like, you are safe with us, but you're gonna work for us, and like very, like Nate was saying, like very cultish, very like brainwashing. But as far as like what Cora knows, their only objective really is to go out and basically worship that god by causing distrust and strife. And the cells are extremely hidden. Like other cells don't know the locations of other churches. Like
Yeah, I think even
they're all
better
very
describing as a cult at this point, just in comparison for our own like frame. You're pretty much a fanatical terrorist, religious terrorist group, like with cells and everything.
yeah,
like,
pretty much.
yeah,
They
essentially.
they literally
Well-
describe them as like cells. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
what sort of work were you doing? What I'm trying to get to get a glimpse of is what really keeps it running. I mean, what work were you doing? If we can interrupt the work they need doing, we can interrupt their money. How can we hurt them in the money?
The only
I
thing
mean-
that they made me and my siblings do, and it has been a while since I was last in the cult. I left when I was young, but I followed orders and I spread lies. I spread what lies they told me to say. I caused disruption and deceit, and I even killed for them on multiple occasions. But these members, they don't make themselves known. I have no idea where to find them, or even where to begin.
Maybe-
This is the only lead that I have.
Maybe we could draw them out.
How so?
Give them something they want.
I don't know that. I know that we think in terms of money, but it doesn't sound to me like money is necessarily their goal. But if we can disrupt what appears to be their goal, misinformation and causing havoc, maybe that would do the same thing as what we might do to a thieves guild by stopping their flow of money.
Yeah, well, maybe we should spread lies and havoc amongst their ranks. Or they're out there looking for you now. Could use you as.
It sounds like you're farting, Brent. I don't know what is going on. It sounds like
I
you're
was like, I'm what?
farting. I don't know what's going on. I
That's
know
weird.
you're.
I'm not doing anything.
Is
Yeah,
the
that
f-
sounds like electrical distortion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good. I was gonna say, I'm not.
Oh, it
I'm
is
not
distortion.
working out or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have
Usually
a fart
that's
voice.
just a disconnect and reconnect.
All right. Let me disconnect and reconnect. If it was me farting, I'd take credit for it.
Oh,
I'll tell you, but-
it sounds like a comical fart. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, hang on. I'll
Like
be
a
back.
whoopee cushion.
Right.
That's funny.
A whoopee cushion, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
what it
that
sounds
is
like.
that better now?
Yes.
And
Alright,
no more
cool.
Roboto.
That's funny.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're like
Yeah, you're like.
it's like over there just, like Zama's talking, you're just like, oh yep. We'll have to clip that for the VOD later. It's funny. It's- all right.
That's funny. Oh, where was I?
Yeah, what did Zaba say? Because I got so distracted by
Yeah,
I think Zaba was talking.
Oh, you said something about the church is looking for me. I can draw them out.
Yeah, well, we could almost not like literally use you as bait, but almost bait them with the concept of you. And I don't know, we once we had it in, we could then basically cause chaos if we could come up with good enough deception and misdirection and deceit and lies. We could even turn certain factions against each other, play multiple cards. I mean, we could make this interesting.
Hmm.
My God, you're like an evil mastermind.
I was just gonna say,
I fucking love
they
it.
might actually appreciate.
I
The
know.
cult might actually appreciate us
I'm
doing
like,
this.
are you the cult leader?
No, just give them a taste of their own medicine.
That is an option.
Basically, pour fuel on the fire of their distrust of each other.
The cult does
Using-
spread chaos wherever they go. Perhaps we can keep an ear out. If we can track down the chaos, maybe we can find the members.
Well,
Or Vincent could prove useful and give us the location of the church.
or
did
if we
Already pay him.
see Yagre again, might be prudent to pay her for swipe a few extra of those elixirs of truth.
Hmm. We also have Renar. I did ask a favor of him, which is
mean, when
why I wish to keep Renar's secrecy a secret. He would be a valuable resource, him and the Harpers,
Indeed,
more so than the Zentarum.
indeed. But I was thinking if she could swipe a second elixir, we could use you as bait to bring out, one of the cult members, and then make him drink the elixir. Get truth out of someone who speaks only lies.
Yeah, that's true. Is there anybody like magical?
Whoa, oh, well,
Nobody,
that's an
nobody
idea.
deals with.
Hold on. I'm having an idea. How do you defeat
God.
a group built on lies? With truth?
Truth. Truth will set you free.
Or elixirs of truth? If we could poison their reserves with elixir of truth, the group that tells only lies would be only able to tell the truth. They would kill themselves out. They would die off.
I don't think their life source relies on telling lies. And besides, the serum would wear off after a while.
Not if it was a low enough dose to make it subtle. They would just be really shitty at telling lies. They wouldn't do what they feel they're called to do. I don't know, I'm just thinking.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. I don't think they have a communal water source or beverage source. Like
If we can,
barrels?
we do it cell by cell. If we can find a cell, observe them.
I was thinking more along the
basically.
lines of find their cell and then eradicate every member within.
Yeah, we could just kill them. But that's the fighting route. No. Might not even be necessary.
I prefer to take the fighting route as opposed to the lying route. I've spent far too much time lying
Okay,
for
well, if you,
them.
all right then. Wouldn't it be pretty poetic to kill them by overdosing on the truth serum?
I do not care about poeticness. I care about their deaths.
All right.
You have
What?
no style.
I know.
But how about this? We've got a good number of people here. We could watch your parents' house for a night, see whoever goes in that's not supposed to be, or goes up close, whatever. Uh, get them, and then give a nice few no stab wounds. I think that'd make you feel better.
She kind of like looks down. Person who is watching my parents' place. It could be, it probably is one of my siblings. I don't know how I feel about harming them. I don't know
All
if I
right.
can.
All right. We'll get to the, catching them and holding them down and all that fun stuff. And then we'll defer the stabbing choice to later, depending on how you feel in the moment.
I can't
Also-
ask you to spend all night watching my parents' place. That's far too much. Besides, I've hired Vincent to watch it. I have already put you all in danger because of this. Can't ask anything else.
Eh, if we're already
Hey.
in danger, I'd rather just face it head on and get it over with.
I was gonna say you can always ask.
I would owe you, all of you, if you did help me with this.
Oh, Graf flaps his hands. All right. Speaking of that hot tub, let's be honest, I'm gonna be quite jealous with with a couple of ye having your own private bathrooms. So, how about this? We do this, and then you cover the cost of turning that library and study into a nice bathroom.
Hmm,
Oh, with
I could do
with
that.
with a steam room
A
And a
sauna?
turret.
With a sauna?
and a turret.
And a turret in the sauna.
It's actually got two windows. Just have both windows
Yeah.
be turrets.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, oh, what was I gonna say? The reason why Cora wanted a bath so bad is because,
Snake.
she's a Yuan-Ti snake. Yeah, exactly. The scales get a little itchy sometimes, and she very much likes water. Snake. Sneaky snake.
Mm.
While we're on this topic and all the truths are coming out, Cora isn't exactly my real name, but it's the name I go by now. The cult knows me as Maveth. That was the name I was born with, but I think it's the name I died with as well.
I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting you to say that your name was Orak or something like that.
Something, yeah. Slytherin tongue.
It was Orok.
Rock.
Just core backwards.
Oh my god.
Sorry, no, I was with you, Riley.
That's actually kind of cool. Well, actually, Cora is short for coral, like a coral snake.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's all becoming so clear now.
I know, I know.
Maybe it is a rock or backwards, and then she's actually a giant fucking bird in disguise this whole time.
Yeah,
And then she
secretly, this
pulls
is
off
all
her
a lie.
mask.
Biggest creature in D&D. Rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, that was a lot. I feel strange but relieved. I will let you know what Vincent comes up with. But we do have the festival tomorrow. Did you all want to go?
Oh, aye, one sec. Graf goes around the bar, reaches down under, pulls up a wooden box. Even got something as a party, something to do, something to play.
Oh. What is
Graf
it?
opens the lid,
Scared.
reaches in, and pulls out
What's in the box?
a few short posts with large circular bases and some horseshoes.
Horseshoe.
Hey, it's a little hard to get those put into the ground at this point, but I did manage to find someone selling one that's useful on stone roads.
This will be fun.
I even got the horseshoes in 2 different colors, so you can play a competitive game without having to keep track of the score on a piece of paper or something.
That is very thoughtful of you, Graf. I'm sure the neighborhood would love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But if you're gonna do something, might as well go all out.
Well, now I feel like I need to provide something. Do you think the neighborhood would like beer?
From the bar?
Did- Are you asking if the throngs of Waterdeep like beer? Is this the question that you are asking us?
All right.
I
It
think the
seems.
more important question is what brand they like and what flavor.
Cora's actually, she's been kind of interested in like making her own brew. I know she doesn't have any like kind of alchemy or that kind of stuff, but
There's a
it
brewer's
would
kit.
definitely be, yeah, it would definitely be like something that she would be willing to like put some downtime in.
Take just go ahead and take proficiency in brewery kit.
Oh my god,
Easy
it's me in real
peasy.
life.
Do
it's so
you
funny, my
have a
character-
brewery kit? I mean, I know you work for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I've made like my own kombucha and that kind
So
of
you
stuff.
tell me what happens. I know
I know.
nothing.
Um,
Magic.
Magic, pretty much science.
No magic.
The drunken master, it comes with proficiency in the brewer's kit, which is funny.
Yes.
I just saw that last night. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, she would be down, and like
I wonder
realistically,
if
you can't make a single brew in a night, but
Well, let's see. In the new, I think in the new player's handbook, they give some examples of some things you can do with tools. And I believe Brewers is official, so maybe they did one for some soft rules for that. Let's see. Tools. Artisan tools, brewers, to take poison drink or identify alcohol. Or you can it fit like again, we'll play with it, but eventually you can make an antitoxin. As a bonus action, you can drink a vial of antitoxin to get advantage of saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition for 1 hour, which I think is appropriate coming from a Yaunty.
that would be cool, yeah.
And don't worry about paying money for brewer supplies because it's such more of a flavor thing. So, and that's for everyone. You know, I always like to say when people are like feeling out their characters and backstories, like how that just happened organically for them. Like, oh yeah, Cora likes alcohol. She likes microbrewery. Like, I will give you stuff just to like proficiencies for stuff like that. Easy peasy.
Nice. Okay. And this explains like how I survived that first encounter because I had poison resistance. in case you guys remember.
Oh yeah, she told me
I was
afterwards because
trying to keep
she
that
got crit
down.
in the fight in the she took like 30 something damage, and I was like, I just knocked out Cora. And you're like, no, I'm fine. I remember thinking myself as the DM, I was like, man, like I didn't even realize what was happening. And I was like, just moved right on after she's like, yeah, I definitely survived that because of poison. I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
I know, because you were like, wait, how? And I was like, no reason.
I'm like, I trust you guys. I just moved on.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll be completely honest with you with the brewer supply. You can like don't be too like I don't know what it is IRL for you to brew stuff, but don't penalize yourself like you to tell me how long it would take for you to make something, right? But also be generous. If it takes you 6 months to brew something, but it's a fantasy world, let's turn it into a month. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't feel tied to real world because I want things in our games to happen sooner than later, right?
Yeah.
But so you tell me whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh, interesting. I just read they have this item called Living Gloves, a brewer's supply, or brewery supplies. What the fuck?
Wait, this is actually
these
in D&D?
symbiotic. Yes, these symbiotic gloves made of thin chitin and sinew
Chitin.
pulse with the life. Oh yeah, chitin and pulse with the life of their own. To attune to them, you must wear them for the entire attunement period. The gloves bond with your skin. While attuned to these gloves, you are proficient with brewer supplies, and when you make an ability check using them, add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. They have a symbiotic nature. The gloves can't be removed from you while you're attuned to them, and you can't voluntarily end your attunement to them. If you're targeted by a spell that ends a curse, your attunement of gloves ends. Interesting.
What's the name of the items?
What the fuck? Living gloves.
I feel like
It's scary.
That's so scary.
It puts the lotion on.
Eberron. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Eberron got some weird shit in
Yeah.
it because it's more like a high magic or a.
What's the point? I guess the double proficiency bonuses.
Oh, I did armor on accident.
What the fuck? Ew. For some reason that grosses me out. It bonds with your skin.
Yeah.
I like how you're grossed out by that.
I
Her
know,
other
that's
character is a symbiote, has a symbiote constantly. I love how like it just seemed legitimately like no, you're right, but it's just funny you having a symbiote
I'm
venom
like,
character.
ew! My other character is literally like a fucking venom that eats people.
I'm actually pretty sure that there's another, maybe not a living quote unquote item, but there is like basically replacement lungs. When you attune to them, they do the same thing that the living gloves do.
That's weird. Oh, interesting. Oh, these are different. Okay, sleight of hand, thieves' tools. Huh. Oh, I guess you could. Okay, the one I was looking at was specifically for brewers' tools or kit.
Yeah, living armor is a similar deal. Hideous armor formed from black chitin, beneath which veins pulse and red sinews glisten.
Oh.
I think everyone
The
knows this,
armor
but like
requires fresh blood to be fed to it. Immediately after you finish any long rest, you must either feed half of your remaining hit dice to the armor, rounded up, or take a level of exhaustion.
most things can be reflavored, so don't feel like it needs to be skin hands, like skin you put on your hands.
Skin hands.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to have that if you don't want it in the
There's already
future.
skin on my hands.
When you get to choose
It's
your own
weird. It
combination.
seems like a cursed item, but there's not really a downside other than it's creepy.
Yeah, right.
Well, and isn't there something where a class where you can change your proficiencies like over a short rest or a long rest or something?
Probably
Is it a
Artificer.
bard? Artificer? Yeah, it might be Artificer.
Well, there's also like I know the old Phantom Rogue. You could like call on your past, give yourself proficiency on something skill or
That's
not.
right.
Like so, there's a
these are
couple different
basically, like,
ways.
An item that you can use to do that.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right.
the
So
more you
Core
know.
brings up microbrewery. Actually, so real quick, I think I'm gonna call a 10-minute break here so I can get some food in me, and then we can pick up.
For sure.
So let's do 46 after the hour, and
Okay.
pick up
Yeah.
after that, and get into discussing harvest and what you guys are gonna do, if anything at all.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love and
Listen, I'm open about that. I'm on 50. I talk about it. I talk about it all the time. I love it.
what college are you executive at, Brent? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to say anything. Oh, in Gainesville. I thought you did say Ocala. Did I mention I was born in Gainesville? Did I mention that out loud? Yeah, because I think I remember you mentioning Ocala. Yeah, I was born, used to live in Bronson and Archer, small little,
Riding my bike through there.
yeah, one stoplight town. I can't believe I met somebody online doing D who knows what Bronson is. It's amazing.
Listen, I grew up in
Ah, got me. Yeah, my dad grew up in upstate New York before he moved to Florida. Before I was born, and I guess maybe it's a New England thing, but there are some communities that are so small they still call them villages. You know, like legitimately, like this is the village of so and so. I was like, I did not know that. Like, grew up in the middle of nowhere, upstate New York. It's wild.
Yeah, that's actually what they're called. My
Uh-huh.
town was actually a city. Has a mayor and everything. Days and
Ah, yeah.
to this day, it has. My mom was the first mayor of this tiny little city.
Oh, it's wild. That's crazy. All right. I'm pulling all that was private, wasn't in the recording. Though I guess I was talking and recorded, but yours was not, just FYI. But I am pulling us back over so that everyone is now being recorded. Everyone knows that I was born in Gainesville. Oh, no. Awesome. Then I need to bring music back to you guys. Back to the party. Embracing inner child as adult is amazing. You're strangers of danger. All right. Do we have a Kevin, Justin, and Riley?
No.
Okay.
I'm here.
No.
I've not heard Kevin's voice yet.
I'm here.
Here it is. All right. So, yep, I'll pull us back into it. Everything's running and good to go. I believe you guys were beginning to discuss how you're going to participate, if at all, in the High Harvest Tide. All one word, High Harvest Tide
I harvested.
Festival the next day. So I'm shutting up.
There was something I need to do before I forget. Cora would have taken out one of the paper birds and then wrote Jesus Christ, wrote a very brief, to the point letter to Yagra saying that Renar agrees to a meeting and we will let her know when to come to the. Oh wait. Yeah, basically, like he agrees to the meeting and proceed to find the true serum. I'll let you know. I'll give you further updates.
Real quick, what I'm doing is thinking if you can get away with saving the paper birds because they're such fun, unique items.
That's true.
Because she does stay at the. So it's like this. She does. I think you could perhaps write to her at the Yawning Portal. She's there so much. But it's up to you if that you're comfortable putting that in a message that that you don't have control in. So I think that would be kind of your call.
Fuck. I guess she would say it, but she would be more discreet in the
More
lettering.
discreet about
like,
it. Don't feel
yeah,
like you need
more
to
just
like RP that out. You can just say discreet.
Yeah. Not
Ooh,
not naming names. Just saying
11 on the
it's a
snoop,
joke.
so I can't. Maybe the person that snooped your mail had a. I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
Yeah, so say the paper bird. There will be occasions for you guys to use it, but they seem to be unique. So until you guys get a supply of them or something, I think it try to help you guys conserve it.
Okay. Sweet.
Cool. All right. So, yep, ball's back in your court as you guys discuss. Hey, Harvestide. You have to say it like that.
Hey, Harvestoid.
Oh, I Orvistoid.
Hey,
I harvested.
Hey, Harvestide.
All one word.
Now I want to play an Irish character. Damn it.
I'm surprised you didn't with your core. I thought maybe.
I know it. Maybe I can always change it. Yeah, so I think the last thing she said was
Horseshoe.
like, "This is why," like she would. Oh, I'm sorry. She would agree to put her own funds towards renovating like a pool, basically.
Pool in the library instead of a
Pool in
library.
the library, but she wants it to be like a pretty nice pool. I keep thinking about that one map that you used, or maybe it was, I can't remember. It was older campaign. Anyway, there was this pool room and it was really cool where it was like very nature-ish. It was inside of this like was it a floating castle? I can't remember. Not house, floating castle, but like vines and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there was like the stones in the middle of the pool where it's like little like places to rest, like little built-in waterfalls.
I don't
and just
know
like
if that
very-
was one of mine, but it sounds nice.
It was the floating
Was it in
the
Ark Row?
flying castle in
Storm Kings, because
Storm Kings.
yeah,
yes.
because that was
The
before
giant.
me. Yeah, I didn't do
Yep. It
Zephy
was
with
so
you
cool.
guys.
The map was like, oh my gosh.
That's
that one,
awesome.
That's right.
I wonder what the map was. Oh, I did do a spa pool scene once with Justin and some of his old crew. Unfortunately, Riley wasn't for that one. That one was really fun.
It was interesting. That was an interesting session overall.
Yeah. The badger mascot essentially, the long story short, after everything was done, said and done, essentially got trapped in the Feywild for months, but it only lasted for like a minute or two, and he came back scarred. He just like he was pretty much Jumanji'd. He just like, yeah,
Oh,
let me back, man.
no.
That was
That's
just,
so funny.
and then a player character died later on in that same little mini adventure.
And
Good time.
Great.
there was a
Good
interesting
memories.
scene with a goat. There
Oh
was-
God,
there
that
was-
was the goat scene.
there was a lot
God.
going on that session.
I hope JP can join us sometime. I think he would get a lot of mileage in this adventuring group. But anyways,
Yeah, so I think Cora would put down some gold to have just like a very nice open clean pool, like the vines and that kind of stuff, little built-in waterfall.
ooh, proper nature,
Yes.
bougie.
Tropical theme for the snake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I know it just seems like everyone's kind of tapping a little bit. Graf had brought out horseshoes as an idea as a something to participate with High Harvest Tide. So
Well, I will certainly provide some entertainment at this festivities.
Oh yeah, you got to make a name for yourself on the in the neighborhood.
I don't know if you guys also, I just want to make sure you guys are aware. I did put it in the chat, but no, you're not beholden to Troll Skull Manor, or Troll Skull Pub, or whatever. Make sure you guys you can keep it if you want it, but just know you do have the power and ability, though Leaf might grumble a little bit to change the establishment, however, what it be.
Mysterious manner.
Mysterious. People walk by and there's a stripper pole going
Ah.
on, weird lights inside.
I think I kind of like the idea of like just trying not to attract attention as we're starting something new, but like it's just we're just reopening it. It's kind of a little bit more low key.
Mysterious manor below the den of danger.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, that's the shit that attracts the bad guys.
The den of the stranger's danger.
That definitely sounds like some weird club in Miami or something. It's like
Yeah,
upstairs,
yeah,
you got the den of danger. Below, you got the mystery manor. It's just all EDM heavy
Mystery
club
Manor.
music.
Sounds like a Scooby Doo episode. I think. Did you say the festival was the next night?
Yeah.
Right? Or one
Or
night? Okay.
Yeah, the next after they set up at 3, third evening bell, and then it kicks off
Okay.
at 6 evening bell.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for Cora. She's done enough, revealed enough. She's tired and she's gonna go to bed.
All right. Anybody else want to discuss anything for plans or getting anything? It's still pretty relatively early in the day, quote unquote. It's 7-ish, evening-ish, late evening-ish. Okay. Let's go. Going once, going twice, going so. Long rest comes in.
Long rest, long rest.
You all wake up at whatever time you wake up, undisturbed by any dreams, but old memories maybe for Cora. Dangerous, bloodied old dreams of cults and death and betrayals and lies. But then you all wake up and it's the next day. It's High Harvest Tide Day. You gotta say it one. High Harvest Tide Day for everyone. Already outside, there's a little bit of festivities. You know, you might see a little some people already pulling a little bit of stuff out onto the alley itself, but nothing too crazy at the moment. What would you like to do with your morning, if anything?
And this is when I'd open my window. If I had one.
Yeah, I do like to think that during the morning, some work crews are already coming in. They're not going to work all day. They're going to do a half-day shift, but, you know, work crews are showing up at the door. Like maybe right now, it's more about a matter of getting all the junk out. So like a cleanup crew's coming in. So all the old furniture is going out to the alleyway. They're just like, they're breaking it down. If you guys are okay with the idea of quote unquote contractors in the lower half right now, getting the at least the tavern side cleaned up.
Yeah.
We'll get all this out for you and let's bring it. Well, you know, half a day for High Harvest Day, so we'll be out of your hair here in a little bit, eh? All right. Anybody else want to do anything in the morning as things are cleaning up? Preparations. Okay.
Graf will
Yep.
try and find. I'm trying to remember the way that words, because yeah, Cora mentioned beer and stuff like that, so Graf is gonna see if we can get started on finding a distributor to buy from. A
Yeah, so-
brewery to supply our alcohol.
Yeah, so again, time's kind of weird. You guys have already done all the payments, right? And we're just going through a time montage. So you've, and essentially you guys tell me what services you want, and quote unquote, you've been ordering the proper supplies. If you're just sticking to a regular tavern with wine and beer and liqueur, you got your licenses for that. You have started making orders for kegs and of wine, kegs of whiskey. So pretty much it's more about you all telling me exactly what you want to serve. Not like, you don't have to give me like exact menu, but like, oh yeah, we just want to be beer. Hey, or no, we want to get the liquor license. We want to, and wine. We want the whole 9 yards. Do you want to serve food?
Fling leaf,
Yeah.
psilocybin. Yeah.
So are the is the refrigeration? The renovation's not done. It's just
It's
this is what
ongoing.
we're using for the festival, basically.
For the festival?
High Harvest Tide.
Or yeah, so there's gonna be a street party essentially, right? Yeah.
Right.
But this morning, I don't have a map update for you, but like the ground floor, I think the very minimal has been cleared out of junk. All the broken furniture and stuff is being broken down during the morning and day and such.
Nice. Very nice.
You guys are one day away essentially from trying to sleep in. You're Graf's gonna wake up to somebody cutting a hole in the ceiling. He's like, hey, we're putting a window here, sir.
Oh, a window. Oh, all right. I was expecting that to happen later.
Sorry, just wouldn't get started on it. It's a
I-
saw.
I'll be up and out of your way.
Sorry, it's already
Yeah.
noon.
Wait, no. Oh, does he already have the hole cut in the wall for the window?
Yeah, just for fun, if you're okay with it, I like the idea that he is like cutting it open. Like, yeah.
All right. Graf gets dressed and hey, step aside a sec. And he shall leap out of the window.
Sir,
Is
that's
my bike over?
yeah. Ding, ding, ding. All right, you're out on the roof right now. Yeah. You look outside. Yeah, you do see like not heavy preparations, but the streets being make sure everyone's making sure it's clear. You see some of the business owners walking down the street, getting preps. You see a lot of stuff. Looks like it's about to come from the Bent Nail. A lot of in the alleyway near that business, this wood carpenter. Uh, Nothing fancy, but some barrels and some like planks of wood that he's going to do makeshift tables with. All that's kind of being slowly rolled and prepared to be set out.
I don't know if we have like basic necessity like coffee and that kind of stuff
Yeah,
in the manor.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cora would have been up a little bit early and she would have like made coffee for everybody. And when she hears like Graf get up, she would kind of like gently like rap on his door.
Well, funny enough,
And-
Graf, you don't know he got up. You
Yeah.
heard contracting thing, and then next thing, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Graf, you're on the roof. You're right.
Yes, I am on the roof of a neighboring building.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess she goes open the door and just sees the giant hole in the
Yeah, you heard the construction, so
wall.
you like poke it open. You see the guy's like, "Oh, excuse me, miss, we're just getting this window and placed in for the quicker renovation moments. Roof seems to be in decent repair. Good to know. You're he's out there. There's men on the roof.
a short man.
Yeah, we went out on the roof. Please know if he falls and breaks himself, we're not compensating for any of that. We did not encourage him to go on the roof. We didn't force him out on the roof.
Understand.
We're not liable.
Yes, he'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay. I mean,
She'll like kind of back out and then go to the next room with a cup of coffee.
going room to room, the coffee
She's-
to everyone. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. She's trying to be nice. Say almost like not quite like sucking up, but like
Like, hey,
look how
how's it
nice I am.
going? Yeah.
Please don't like
Alright.
tell my secrets.
All right, maybe you knock on Hillshire's door next.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Hillshire, maybe, I don't know if you're awake yet or if you're an early riser. Sounds like Core tried to get up a little bit earlier than everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably not.
See your little,
But he'll definitely, be like, so and he'll just get up and head to the door.
Oh. Did I wake you?
Maybe the 50th time with whatever they're doing down there.
It seems that they are renovating early.
Oh.
Is it noon or is it actually in the morning?
to me, it sounded like you got up early to make coffee. So I assumed maybe you got up decent earlier than everyone. Like time is mushy. We're just making sure as we go. It could be 11
Okay,
o'clock,
gotcha.
12 o'clock, whatever. If you're like, okay, it's 12 o'clock, maybe I'll go get all my friends some coffee, make sure they're up. Like, I'm
Yeah,
fine with that, but
yeah.
it's also up to them if they
Okay.
were up or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, whichever.
Hillshire, is it noon or is it earlier? For you.
For
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 you getting
him?
up. Yeah.
I mean, noon is fine.
Cool. There you go. Yeah, it's noon for Hillshire.
So, I brought coffee.
Thank you. Didn't even know we had coffee.
Oh, we do. I had to find it, but it's there. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for everything yesterday, taking everything in stride.
I mean, you're not mad I told everybody?
No, I was a little at first, but I'm trying to be an honest person, and I was hiding things from you all of you, and I shouldn't have. So, no, I'm not mad. Of course, I will be checking to make sure nobody's behind closed doors from now on.
Oh, hey,
She like
you
kinda
asked me
has, like,
to-
a
you asked me to look after Graf, and I figured that knife cuts both ways.
That's true. But I've told you everything. I don't have anything else to hide, so. Anyways, I'm going to go give the others coffee.
Who do you go to now?
All right. Thank you for the coffee.
Yep, she would go in and like extend it to basically the same thing, like thanking them, trying to be nice.
Love it.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Goblin press.
Because French goblin. Sorry. I am proud of my own pun for my
Funny.
own campaigns. All right. Excellent. So I like to imagine you're finishing this up, Cora, like, you know, maybe Zaba's the last person. You knock on the door, offering the coffee. But you, Cora, since you're like the one that's a little bit more awake, you do hear something outside. You hear, it's like a little muffled voice, but you hear like out near the entrance would be. You hear, is this the place? I'm not so sure. Do you think that's why he would be helping on a place like this? I don't know. He said something about nice or something here. I don't know what's going on here. It doesn't look like it's home.
Goodness.
Oh, goodness. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, look at that. Look, there's a nice little stop over there, though. Maybe the shop is right out. So you hear voices
This
like
is
outside.
the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, quote
I think
unquote,
if she-
near the porch. Like, it's from your direction. Sounds like they're at the porch. They're at the door of the troll school.
Okay. Yeah, she would go down and open the door. I think this is the front.
Yeah, so the weird thing, so if you're upstairs, right? So you have to come
Yeah.
downstairs.
To
You're like
come
coming
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to, like, obviously I'm not going to be able to represent everything on the map, but if you guys want to say, like, we create a stairway that goes up to the other thing so it's easier access, like 100%.
It's okay.
I don't think we want people from the bar coming up to our area.
Yeah.
So I'm good
That's
with
fine.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You see two interesting folks. We haven't really described Nana and Nono. Do you want to describe what they look like for us there?
Oh my god. That's not
I mean, they look.
from fucking what is it, that Adam Sandler?
You guys kept making the
Yeah.
reference, which I agreed with.
Lady
so-
and Eleanor.
I mean, they pretty much
Oh.
look like they sound, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fine saying that. We don't have to give them a hard description. I'm totally fine with that.
They just disturbed me in that.
Just
movie.
just
Okay.
scroll up. Scroll up and there's pictures of them.
Oh, great.
Put
Oh,
'em
I
in
have
last
their
week.
I have their tokens. Yeah, we're
That's so funny.
we're rocking.
Man, no.
Yeah, so you see these elderly couple, and they have like, you do immediately smell through the streets and everything, though the streets might be trying to mask it, but like the smell of fresh goods. Would fresh cannolis would be baked, right? So there is a chance like fresh from the oven cannolis would have like a fresh baked smell, right?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I'm like,
definitely.
right? I'm not making like I've never smelled fresh cannolis. I'm like, yeah. So like they have like these boxes with them. There's actually like even a little wagon with maybe are you okay, Hillshire, with the candles being delivered with them today? I know we kind of said they did yesterday, but I kind of imagine like they brought them with them.
Yeah, sure.
Fine. Yeah, so like there's a little wagon and stuff. There's like maybe Nano is or Nono it Nano or Nono.
I
think it was
no.
Nono, right? Is that how you want to say it?
You can just say Papa if you want.
No, I'm gonna get it right. It's just different. But now I'm going, okay, I got the spelling right. So now am I going with Nano or Nono?
Well, it's hard to correct you because I don't know anyone who calls them no, but I just know it's a term that exists
Okay.
in Sicily.
All right, I'm gonna go with Nono. All right. Or it'll be both, whatever. Nano is up on the wagon. He's just kind of like, you might need to knock a little louder for them. You know, Hillshire, he's at that age, he likes to sleep in all the time. He's like, but I did knock, Nano. And he says, there's nothing here, but look at this. The place looks run down. I don't think this is the right place. Are we sure you got the right address? And you kind of walk around the corner. Cora.
Cora sees him. Greetings. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. Yeah. We're looking for Hillshire. Actually, Hillshire is your first name, right? I think I'm trying to think of what their like not pet name, but what your name. Like, we're looking for Hilly.
Hilly.
We give us the address. We're not going to this is the right place for him.
Little
you know,
Hilly.
little Hilly.
You know, little Hilly.
Hilly. Oh.
I'm telling you, this is
Hillshire.
not the right place. So, you mind us? We have a delivery. We were supposed to meet our grandson somewhere around here, but I don't know if it's at the right place. Let's say, is this 235 Troll Skull Alley? No, it's not. It's not. We're probably the next building over. Come on, come on.
Wait. You know Hillshire?
Oh, yeah, we know Hillshire. He's our grandson. Oh, you do. Oh, this is not the right place, is it?
It is. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, move. Oh my. Yeah, he said he needed some work up. All right. I'm not know that's Nana. We're his grandparents. We're supposed to meet him today. Is he here?
He is here. He's just upstairs. Would you like me to show you?
Of course. Let me come with you. When I go up there, Nano, can you open the door and get some deliveries going in there? It looks like you need some extra. Oh, and actually, I forgot, like, people are taking stuff out. So, like, the door is open, but they're like, oh, okay. I'm just going to stick, Nano, you just get your stuff in there. I'll go upstairs and he'll want to see me. Come. What a pretty lady. Hi. And you said, what was your name? Cora? Cora. What a sweet
Cora,
name.
yes.
And how long have you known Hillshire?
Oh shit. Not very long, but
And you guys close friends?
weird friends.
Okay, all right, okay. So, all right. And so are you are you an adventurer there, Cora?
Cora's like visibly like starting to sweat. Yes.
Oh, you are. You call adventurer. And are you the guy who kind of adventurers that kind of go down and like you fight things in sewers and stuff like that?
It's not always sewers. Cora's like walking faster.
Yeah, you kind of
really trying to escape the conversation.
Yeah, Hillshire, you hear Nana coming down. It's like, okay, adventurer. Oh, okay. So need a lot of work here. We're a lot of work here. Which room is yours, Miss Cora? Which room is yours?
The master bedroom.
Okay, and which one's Hillshire's room? Hillshire, where are you? Okay, which room is his?
Cora just points to Hillshire's room.
Not the same
I
room.
need to-
Okay, all right.
Yep. Yes. I need to take care of something.
Mhm.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Miss Cora.
Oh yeah, she scampers off.
Hillshire. And she just hear the door, like she knocks on the. I don't know. Is your door locked right now?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. So
But
she
yeah,
knocks,
he's
but
just
immediately
Throwing
opens
stuff
it.
around.
Yeah.
He's like right at the door. Nah.
Hillshire. Okay.
Go outside, close the door.
Oh no. Go ahead and roll a strength check against Nana as he tries to like muscle her into your room, like kind of her body, like right. She just kind of like, Oh, I rolled bad for her. She gets plus 10 for
rolled pretty
grandma
bad,
strength.
too.
No. Nice. So you like really push her back after she's like, Oh, Hillshire, what are you just waking up? It is so late. You still have not learned how to get better sleep. Is this because you were out adventuring last night?
I
Oh
wasn't
my
expecting
goodness.
You. I wasn't expecting you. That's all.
Well, you gave us the address. What do you mean you weren't expecting us? We said we'd attend high
Wasn't
other side.
expecting you till later.
It's
I meknew about.
it's noon, Hillshire. What do you mean by later? Everything's gonna be so much later. Oh my goodness! What is this later? It's noon already. Come on, come downstairs. We'll get you some cannolis for breakfast. How you like it? You like your sweets in the morning, and you kind of.
Cora like peeks her head around the corner. She's definitely like listening, but doesn't want to be a part of whatever's going on.
I'm not saying she does this. It's up to you. But I like the. I was about to say she pokes you in the stomach like you have like a pudgy little belly. She's like, you like your sweets in the morning.
Like, nah, please. Let's just go downstairs, all right? Like, I can't believe you came all the way up here. You know how you. You can't do stairs anymore.
It's fine. My knees are okay. It's okay. It's good for me. It's good for me. But just give me a helping hand. Let me just see your arm there. Okay. Maybe adventuring's helping your strength a little. She's kind of like got her like she's using you for a brace, right? And like feeling the muscles on her grands. Like, oh yeah, you've been working now. Okay. And it just takes you downstairs. And so she kind of like walking around. Is like, anything going on with you and that Cora? She's a pretty lady.
I knew that she was
No. What did you say?
Nothing. She's just a beautiful woman, and it seems like the two of you are sharing this big place by yourselves upstairs. It's fine. And is there a man in your life? Who shall you know?
Nana, please.
Okay, all right. But if you ever find anyone, you better be telling me. If you keep them secret from me, they're gonna be hell to pay. Okay. As you come around and like you hear from inside, you hear. No, you're not picking it up right. You gotta pick down from your. You gotta get your back down a little bit lower. Like, no, here, no. Let me show you guys how it's done. Yeah, no, you're doing this completely wrong. No, first you need to. He's like telling the workers how to do their job.
the dad who's like watching the construction workers. With
Yeah.
coffee.
Mhm.
That's funny.
So the rest of you guys enter the scene whenever you want, but right now I've got Cora down there, and or I don't know if you went downstairs. But right now it's Hillshire,
Sneak
Nana.
in
No.
later for sure.
Yeah. And you do see Hillshire, maybe to your delight, but on like the bar top, there is multiple white boxes of cannolis, freshly baked. Well, I say freshly baked. I guess that was a long trip from down there, so it's like the smell's still there, but unfortunately, traveling all the way up from the southern side of the city. They're starting to lose a little bit of that heat to them, but they're still slightly warm in there.
Any sfogliatelle in that box?
What'd you say?
Any sfogliatelle in that box?
Spogi Atella? I don't know.
Sfogliatelle. Yeah, hold on.
I don't know this one.
Ah,
Fogli
can't believe.
Atella.
sfogliatelle. Hold on, I'll show you. Send you a picture.
Mm-hmm. Share with me. I love learning new weird.
Sfogliatelle.
Sfogliatelle. It's Italian pastry.
Ooh.
Everyone knows a cannoli because they're easy to make. Sfogliatelle, very, very difficult to make.
Oh, they look so flaky.
I only know cannolis because of Godfather.
Yeah.
I'm completely
Actually,
honest.
that's cold.
Oh yeah, cannolis are so good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
cannolis.
I don't think I've
They're,
ever like.
they're
eaten-
typically best cold, though.
Oh, really? Okay. So they're
Mhm.
baked, but then they're
Well-
best chilled.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's like the center is typically, it's almost like a ice cream texture.
So she's like,
Mm.
and Yuagnona's like, Hillshire, boy, Haley, where's the fridge? You don't have I thought you guys were opening them. Okay, things are underwater. Do you guys even have a fridge going on yet? Cold box?
This is why I was hoping you guys were going to be here later. No,
Oh no!
I mean,
oh
for
no!
the
What?
festival when everybody.
Okay.
Well, look, we could probably get this over. I think I know somebody who
You
might have
you can see
something
like they're
cold.
about to like he's about to like go into some sort of blitz mode. The cannolis are under threat, right? You have like 6 hours to make sure these things stay chilled. And he starts like you say this. He's like, "All right, who's in charge of your crew here? Who? Yeah, come over here real quick. We need to figure out where to refrigerate all these cannolis. Yeah, I don't care about whatever you guys are doing. This is important. Today's high harvest tide. We need to get this stuff done. No, I don't want to take no for an answer. We need to find and replace the refrigerators like right now. Okay, what do you guys know about the block?
Perhaps was it?
I was thinking of
Corlon?
the.
What is it? I can't read it sideways.
Corlon's
Corlon's
crown.
Corlon's crown. Maybe she has something. She deals with potions. That or, Corey has no idea.
You're like, you refrigerate things.
Ice. We need ice and.
Graphius, you move and token. You in the scene now.
Yeah, he climbs down from the roof. Finds it surprisingly difficult to find a good spot down that ain't gonna break a leg or something. Finally manages to find his way back in.
Zaba, let me just real quick. Zaba, Ash, you guys want to enter the scene?
Sure, yeah.
Just officially, you guys are there, okay? So feel free to chip in. But yeah, you guys walk in to see two little like elderly folk kind of pitching a bit of not a fit, but getting really worked up is the word I'm looking for, the phrase. And there's like these like baked goods, and they're just freaking like they're getting worked up over the idea they need to be refrigerated. And right now, all work in Troll Skull is coming to a halt because they are kind of like drawing all attention and all resources to getting the cannolis cooled off for later. So we got to find ourselves the nearest restaurant. It was, anybody even know a maid with anything with a kind of a cold box? If I'd known this, I would have tried to load the cold box. But well,
What was the lady at the person at the Steam and Steel? Were they like water genasi or air genasi?
Water
something like that?
genasi and a fire genasi. Yeah.
We could just go like split up and burst into all these different places. Do you have a refrigerator? Wait. Divide and conquer.
I mean, there's got to be just places that sell ice boxes, right? I mean, this isn't. Oh, but it's Harvest Tide, or what is it called? High Harvest Tide.
High
so
Harvest
we might
Tide.
get close.
Some
High
stuff's
Harvest
opening right now, but it is noon. You guys kind of slept in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think we just need to go try and buy some. I mean, there's got to be places where people buy these things.
Funny
Yeah,
enough, you
it's a
guys have
big
probably have
community.
ordered one, right? But it just hasn't gotten here yet.
I'm pretty sure the shipping manifest is over there on the bar. We were told it, I think, would get here next week.
Cora goes and like rushes out the back door. I'll try to find something, and she goes running out.
Okay, yeah.
I think she's
So
gonna go to the apothecary first. That might be the best bet.
yeah, I'm gonna freeze frame with you going out the door. Okay. Anybody else want to? As Nano and Nan, or especially Nano, he's like, the contractors are just kind of like that whole like he's not taking no for an answer, and so like even a couple of them are just begrudging like, all right, we'll go out and we'll take a poke around. We can't do. We gotta stop. It's High Harvest Tide. He's like, no, you go, you get it. Everything just got. It's like we gotta stop everything you're doing here. It's more important than whatever's got. Okay, these cannolis cannot go bad. No, go find us some refrigerator. Yes, if I'm talking to you, I know we just met, but get out the door. And Nana's like over there, like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Somebody make sure everyone keep the boxes closed. We can't make sure any of the heat's escaping because we know we keep them. But for now, we'll just keep the freshness and then the moisture. Oh no.
Well, at least for now, we got a cellar. We could at least keep them cooler.
You have a cellar? You didn't mention you have a cellar, Hillshire? You know it's going to be cooler down there. What's your name?
My name's Graf.
Graf, show us the cellar. Come on. All right, everyone, there's a cellar. We need everyone to get the cannolis downstairs. And you like open it up. It's like, is that a ladder?
No, it's a staircase.
I think
We got a
above table.
staircase.
I think it's actually a combination. Though I guess it wouldn't make sense to have a freaking ladder if you're trying to get stuff in and out. I think on the map it gave it a ladder.
Barrel up and down.
No, yeah, it's definitely it'll be a staircase. Even as much as I want to make a challenge for you guys to get the cannolis down, doing like dex checks, we will not have to have a challenge of a ladder. Okay, yeah. So is everyone chipping in? Anybody not chipping in? Just kind of like I'm kind of like, what is happening here?
No, helping for sure.
Zaba?
I'll help out, but I'm not quite sure what their plan is and what I need to do.
Just over here, take this young. Ooh, hello. You're so pretty too. Do you live here? That we can talk about that later. Take one of these boxes, take the box, and go down the stairs, down to your cellar. Just place them somewhere. Make sure the rats can't get into them. We need someone to keep an eye on the place for the rats and make sure they don't get into it. I say this with all due respect, but you looks like you guys might have rat problems. It's okay though. So you guys are going down to do that. Since everyone, your guy kind of focusing on the immediate there, Core, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Oh god. Oh shit. 17.
17. So you come up right now that it's showing closed, Right.
Yeah, she knocks on it.
And you just hear like some clanking inside, and you're like, oh, just one moment. And Fala comes to it. I really like this picture that I chose for her because I don't remember the original description, but I'm going to kind of lean into this kind of like autumn aesthetic for her. You know, like a lot of like she has leaves as decorations, very Eladrin, but just part of her every day. And she's got this apron on with like the autumn motif on it. Oh, hi. Did you enter the shop the first time you guys came? And I know Graf went in and talked to her, but I don't remember
I
if
think
it.
so. I don't think I've met. I think I've only met the private investigator.
I'm sorry, but we're closed right now for High Harvest Tide, unless it's an emergency of some sort.
It is. I'm sorry. I'm Cora. I live at the Troll Skull Manor. I need something for the cannolis. She's like, she seems kind of like frantic. She's like feeding off the energy of the grandparents. Yeah, she doesn't know what a cannoli is, but she's just like, oh my god, it's an emergency.
Fala rolled a 19 on her history check to know what a cannoli's like. Oh, you need some cannolis. Some cannolis. What do you? Do you need some cream or cheese for it?
No, I need something to something cold, like a freezer. Nono and Nana, Nono and Nana, they need it now. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need you to make a persuasion check. Or intimidation. I actually find with either.
Shit.
An 8 total.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but right now I'm keeping. I've got some. I do have an ice box right now, but we're keeping that for the neighborhood. We're having a High Harvest Tide festival later, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to keep some of that room in there for that. I'm sorry.
I can pay. I can pay you. I can give it right back. Or when the new one comes, we've ordered one, but it's not going to be here in time. We can give that to you instead.
What do you mean we ordered one?
My party and I, we Troll Skull Manor.
Oh, are you one of the new tenants for Troll Skull?
Yes.
I met Graf, I think his name was. Is these cannolis for the
High Harvest Tide? Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, I'll try to make some room for them. Who made these cannolis? You said a Nana Nono?
Nono and Nana. No. Fuck. Nono and Nana. Nana and Nono.
Hillshire, what is your last name?
Figaro.
Can you spell that for me?
Figaro. Just like in
Figaro?
the opera.
Figaro. That's how it's spelled, right? Figara. Is it Figaro? Figaro. Got it. But you say Figara.
Hopefully I won't Figar it.
If you're okay, she's like, are you saying that you have Nana Figaro's cannolis over the Troll Skull Manor right now?
Yes.
That's well. It's been a while since I don't get down to the market ward very often, but that's. Oh yes, definitely bring them over here. We can put them in the icebox and with all some of the other foods for later. Here, let me come with you. This can't believe I'm going to have a chance to meet. Is she here? She kind of like stops and looks at you.
Oh yes, they're both here. They're very adamant about these cannolis. Cannolis.
Yeah, Figaro cannolis. Okay, I'm coming with you. Just come. I'm gonna just lock up behind me. Just make sure no mischief. So you guys get all the finished. You're like, all right, got everything in the cellar, and Corey, you come in with Fala behind you.
I found something for the cannolis. She like bursts in.
Hello, I'm Fala. I own the Apothecary Cross, and we do have some. Have to keep things safe and cool. I do have a cold box for Figaro cannolis. Oh yeah. Oh, you've heard of my cannolis. Oh, hello. Yes, Figaro cannolis. Okay, everyone. This beautiful young lady here, Miss, what was it? Miss Fola. She's going to we're going to take all the, okay, everyone back down in the cellar, get the cannolis. We're going to take them over to her shop. Is that the shop? It's just right across the street. And it's very much an honor. It's like, yes, come on. All right, everyone, back into the cellar. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Does everyone grab, go back down and grab all of them and stuff? Yeah. You grab them.
Better than to not listen to a Nana.
Yeah. And so, we don't have to keep like dragging it out, but you have saved the cannolis by getting them over to Fala's shop. Those who are helping, and you store them in there. She has to take some of her own goods out, but she's like, "It's totally fine." Do you all? I'm going to assume most of you are over there. Do you all know Nana Figaro? Did you pay?
No, we just met them, but they are Hilly's grandparents.
Hilly.
Hilly.
Hilly, are you in the space in this moment?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Justin. That was supposed to be just a joke from Nana and Nano.
Cora thinks it's fine. I mean,
but
you're totally fucking Hilly now.
yeah.
it's more about the
Hilarious.
above table. Go ahead.
Probably been looking at the floor for like the past 20 minutes. This entire ongoing thing. Hasn't said a word.
Okay, I don't think it's bothering Justin because it's not like a worse nickname, but occasionally, a player would be like, please don't give me that nickname. So that was more just an above table apology. Hilly, are you Hilly?
Yeah, that's me. Is Nana in the room right now?
No, I like to imagine she's still back at the Troll Skull, and you guys are in Fala's space right now, just kind of
Okay.
finishing putting everything up.
Well, in that case, the moment she is out of earshot, it's just like, they're not that bad warm. We didn't have to stop all this. I can't tell her that though.
Fala,
Somebody else.
Oh
is-
shit.
Fala's like, excuse me, but it's best if you cool them, and these are your Nanas. There's a bit of a trend in Waterdeep for baked goods specialized. And I don't know if you know this, but your Nana has been getting a bit of a reputation around town for her cannolis. And I've myself
She
have...
won the Great Waterdeep Cooking Show.
No, but she did. She won the Market Ward's cooking prize for the baking contest. That was... People take notice of those kind of things here.
Get out of here.
No, she did. She didn't tell you about that.
No, they're all right.
You're gonna
You
get
jest.
her.
you jest. He's jesting, everyone. The cannolis ought to die for, if by any means. We need to keep them safe. So I'm glad I could give up some of the icebox space for it. I'm excited
I'm not
to see...
sure he's capable of joking, but same token, he grew up on these, so they are the bar for him.
Oh, that's
I
understandable.
don't think I've had anyone else's, but yeah, pretty much.
Well, from my personal experiences, I have had the pleasure once of traveling and tracking down some of them. She doesn't do much. Something about it being a side gig for her or something. Candle making. She could be doing,
Making candle.
but so it sounds like you all are joining us. Did you get my letter? It sounds like, did you get my letter? You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, have to schmaf to.
Well,
That
that's
sounds like a bit of fun.
that's exciting. Yes, we'll have the music and games and such. So I'm very excited for you all to join. With this, meet everyone. Excellent. Well, I'll get back to my preparations, but maybe I'll see you all out there around third bell. It's gonna. Hopefully, I can talk to you, Nana, later. Thank you all. See you later. Okay. Cannolis have been saved.
Oh my god.
Zaba,
Thank goodness.
I like to
Time to
imagine that.
level up.
Nana has tried to yeah, actually no joke, give you guys 200 experience for saving the cannolis.
Woohoo!
uh
Random 200 experience points.
Cannoli.
cannoli experience. You've slain the cannolis.
I mean, we only need 45 to level up. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I didn't get
I'm
the
at 2665.
I think I missed some because I'm at like 2100, 20. Yeah, I think I missed some.
Maybe it's set wrong. Go back.
I'm at 1640.
Yeah, I didn't get.
No, maybe I
any
need
of
to add the last 400.
There was 400
didn't.
before that, but I think I missed the one before that.
Oh, I'm at 2040 XP.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's 2040.
Okay.
But
I'm also at
I feel like I might have. Oh,
I-
okay. So maybe we're right.
Funny enough, I looked at everyone's sheets last week, and I was going to point out when it came up to it. I think Justin's yours is wrong because everyone else was at the same level, unless people forgot like the 400 after the last one. But I think yours was the oddball out of all of them, assuming everyone else was feeling confident that they've been keeping track of their sheets.
Yeah,
I did not
2040?
feel confident, but if we're all together, yeah, I got 2040.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 2040? Is that what you said?
2040. Yep.
What a year!
Yeah, I think that 400 was at the end of last session, which I
Mhm.
was already asleep for. So
Yeah, I added the 400 XP. I think I'm good. Like I'm caught up on the XP. I've been adding it every session.
All right. Not to keep as much as I love playing Nana and No, not to keep dragging out the scene as they are trying to corner some of you. Especially Nana's probably like she doesn't judge. She's like, Ash, you're a handsome man. Do you know Hillshire? Which room is you? Like she's trying to fish to see if there's any sort of juicy relationship news for her. Or maybe not even juicy is not the right word for her, but like, which one of you is trying to steal my grandson?
Mm-hmm.
What? I want
I would
grandkids.
totally. I've been waiting for an opportunity, but I would totally flirt with Nana.
With Nana? Okay.
I would totally flirt with Nana.
Go ahead and roll
If she's
persuasion
all like,
check.
if she's
Yeah.
all like, oh, so how well are you? And I'd be like, I don't know, what are you doing? That kind of thing. Oh, crappy roll.
12.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like she might not be getting the plea, but she's like, oh, you're such a nice flatterer. You talk to Hillshire that way?
Hillshire's he's really not my type, to be honest with you, man.
Oh, that's fine. There's no judgment to anybody's kind of types. And so you're part of one of the adventuring crew too. Do you guys have a name these days? I know sometimes you kids, you like to put names on things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like in love with it, but yeah, it's they've been calling us the strangers of danger.
Danger? Strangers of danger. But so what's your next plans? What kind of work you guys got lined up for you? You go slaying some dragons? What's going on? You seem like such a nice young man. She kind of squeezes your arm.
I mean, I'm pretty new to the group, so I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of trying to help out as best I can, and I got some knowledge of the city and inner workings, and so I've been kind of trying to, help them out a little bit. But I don't really know. I just know that we've got some stuff to do. Are you worried about him?
I'm always worried about Hillshire. He's not good with things. When he was a kid, he would try and run down the streets and we'd be like, don't run down the street. And he would just trip. He was never been good with his feet, his dexterity. He's clumsy. And sometimes he's not. He didn't do good in school. I'm just going to say he didn't do it in school. It's okay. Sorry, Justin, please know if I'm taking this too far because obviously this is coming through improv. And I don't want to be shitting on your character too much.
I wish I were dead.
So she's like, we were about him. He's our grandkid. When his parents, things aren't going good with that. And so he's like our son. I am going to be worried about him.
Well,
Can
I mean, he might have been as sharp as a cannonball when he was a boy, but I tell you what,
sharp as
with
a
the work we've been doing-
cannonball. I like that.
I certainly wouldn't call him clumsy. In fact, we kind of depend on his sneakiness a bit.
Sneakiness. I can believe that. Okay, so he was a little bit clumsy, but he was always sneaking out at night. We come in, he just want to be in his room. You know what that would do to me when he was younger? I need to ask something real quick though. We're kind of going things a little bit fast here. Did you say you don't really know them? Did they hire you?
Well, you see, there's this guy. You might have heard of him, probably from himself, but his name is Volo.
Volo.
Yeah, apparently.
I rolled for she doesn't know what Volo is. She's kind of like, mm-hmm.
Well, he owed me a little money and apparently didn't have the means to pay it back, and he thought the best way to kind of make good on his debt would be to introduce me to an opportunity to earn some additional funds. And that's kind of why I've joined this group, in the hopes of long term. But to be quite honest with you, just this fine establishment, or what will soon be a fine establishment, just having a roof over my head and starting to get to know these folks a bit is payment enough for me right now.
Pain. So your business partners with Hilly, did they do a background check or anything?
I'll say that
this Volo fellow, does he like a placement agency?
I don't know that I would call him that, but I will tell you that they did ask me a lot of real tough questions to make sure that I could contribute, and I think to kind of determine whether or not I was a good fit, whether they could trust me.
Who is your mother?
That's a kind of a tough question.
Tough question. I'm sorry for touching on anything too serious. Tragedy befalls all of us. It's not being insensitive. How was your relationship with her?
My mother taught me pretty near everything that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I love her very, very much. I just haven't seen her in some time.
Or estranged from your son or from your mother. I'm not going to press you too many details like that, but go ahead and roll a persuasion check, actually. But go ahead and roll with advantage, because I know you're being genuine. Or it sounds like, to me, it sounds like you're being genuine. But
yeah.
23.
You take that.
So you learned everything from your mother, and you love her very much. And you haven't talked to her in a while. You just can't. What's happening there? Hillshire breaks my heart if I don't see him for more than 24 hours. When's the last time you talked to your mother?
Well, ma'am, it was nigh on 10 years now.
10
one morning
years.
we were travelers, and our home had wheels on it, and we would travel regular, and we just happened to be camping here in Waterdeep. And one morning I got up early and was doing a little bit of exploring around the city, and when I got back to camp, they had just gone, and I ain't heard tell of them since then. And looked all over the city, asked everyone around, and just never been able to figure it out.
I'm gonna toss an idea at you, but this is one of those you can change it if you want it, right? Because when you say all that, she goes, "Your family, you're a part of the disappearing troop." And when she says disappearing troop, it's up to you if you think you know this, because it's like maybe there was a reputation, but I'm pushing the narrative that something mysterious happened of their disappearance, and to the point that people notice, like, what happened to this caravan that was parked here. It was very unusual.
Yeah.
Like, rumors are started to kind of sprout about the disappearing troop. Are you okay with that kind of plot point? I'm not forcing it. It could be more mundane than
No,
that.
I kind of love it. No, I kind of love it. Yes, ma'am, that'd be correct.
Oh my darling.
I don't talk about it a whole lot. I don't like
I'm
people
so
to kind of know that I'm this orphan thing. People get all blubbery. Yeah,
Oh,
kind of like you
I'm sorry.
right now.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm trying to control it. I'm sorry, sir. Oh, I'm so. Okay.
I mean, it's all right. I mean,
You poor, you
I
poor
have a good
boy. What have
life.
you been
I was
doing?
able to learn.
Oh, you have? Oh, goodness, good.
Yeah, like I said, my mama taught me everything I know, and she taught me how to entertain people.
She
And
did teach
you'd be
you.
amazed. People will, if you can entertain people, you can make a living.
Oh. I'm sorry to bring up such tough memories for you, but you seem so genuine, and I feel so bad for you and your mother. I'm so sorry. If you ever need anything, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need anything like that, you just come. We'll give you the address. Here we go. I'm just gonna write it down.
Cannoli? Like I mean,
excuse me.
I could see myself needing some cannoli.
If you need cannolis, what is your name again? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Ashby K. Everhart is my name. You can call me Ash. It's a pleasure
Ash.
to meet you, ma'am.
Ash, if you ever need anything, you just come down and here's our address. You know, if you need some candles, you need some cannolis, you need some food, you need some home cooking, you please come down. You poor baby. I'm sorry. I'm blubbering. I'm sorry. Okay, but she kind of like trying to pat your hand. She's like, I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I'm so sorry. You poor baby. 10 years. I learned everything from
No, I appreciate it, Nana. I oftentimes can trust people that got a little bit blubbery, but just knowing you this little bit, I believe that you're sincere, and I really do appreciate it. I haven't had kind of like a mother figure in my life in a while. I'm gonna steal Hilly's grandma.
No, please. You just come down. If you ever need anything, if you need some pointers, Nano, he knows how his way around the house. If you need some help to learn how to do some maintenance or whatever, thing like that. And Hillside, next time you come down, you bring Ash with you, okay? Oh, it was a pleasure talking with you, Ash. Oh, he checks
You
out.
too, man, and the
okay.
pleasure was all mine.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Damn. Smooth operator.
Oh, that was fun.
I don't want to wake up tomorrow.
Okay. All right. God, I love playing Nana Nono so much. Do you guys want to? Anything else you guys want to do the prep for the festival? I'll kind of like segue us into all that. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out like my fanciest costume, of course, and spend some time cleaning up and tuning my various instruments that I plan to play tonight. You know, what's the hillbilly word for a harmonica, like a mouth harp or something like that? What are they?
I think jaw harp, mouth harp. You're right. It's something harp for sure.
I think it's mouth harp.
Mouth harp.
Is it the jaw harp? The like.
It's a jaw harp.
That's the one that goes ding ding ding. That's not a. Hold on. There's a name for a
mouth harp for harmonica.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Someone in the Twitch, I don't know if that was you, Kevin.
Yeah, mouth harp or jaw harp, but that's
and said
another
Zaba
different thing.
for the win.
Zaba.
Yeah, Zaba for the win. I don't know if it was a friend of yours or not, or it was you.
Graf is going to set up the horseshoes and
yeah,
spot
so
that's kind of out of the way, so that way it's not in people's way, but still.
Yeah,
visible.
so 3:00 rolls around. You guys start going out, setting things up. You know, getting cannolis prepared and cooled off, and in the right spot. Again, barrels are being laid out with like planks on it and some simple benches provided by the Benton Nail. And he's like, maybe you've met him for the first time, as he's like, just everyone seems to be chipping in to kind of set everything up. You smell the food being loaded out. You do see other games being set up too, along with horseshoes. You see a little makeshift like homemade sign. It's nothing fancy, but like a little banner goes up declaring the pie eating contest and a little setup for that. You do see like some weird. For those who have not met them, you see Embrick, the fire genasi from Steam and Steel. He's setting up this little area too. That's some sort of game. It's like he's setting up little, what could best be described as like little scarecrows made out of like straw. But then a little sign he puts up next to it, kind of like his is like a little bit nicer, and like it says threshing next to it, and it just says next to it says adults only, no kids. And then you also see somebody setting up for a barrel toss. And then you see Fala also come out, and she's got a little interesting thing going on. She's got like this clear jug, like massive glass jug with a bunch of apples in it. And she sets it up like it's not for food though; it's a display of some sort. Mouth organ. Thank you. Yeah. As jaw harp is the other thing, right?
Yeah, that's the one that goes like ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding ding. Yeah.
Oh, and so I wanted to ask too, when you say costume, are you just saying your finer clothes, or is there like a persona
have, like,
for Ash?
Between my background and being a bard, like I have like 4 different costumes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just I would say one of them, and I would imagine them being for different audiences. Like if I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna wear the same thing to go play in a Lord's Manor as I'm gonna go play for a tavern in the dock ward. You know.
Yeah, when you say costume though, you're just meaning like set of clothes, nothing like I put on this persona
Performance
costume.
clothes.
Yeah, just like okay.
Yeah, performance
Um,
clothes.
Not
I'm not using my disguise kit to look differently than me. No, I'm just
not saying you would have dressed like them, but I'm thinking like Elton John, right? You know, like very colorful costume, right?
Oh yeah.
For it. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know if that was what you were going for or not.
I'll find something that is in my brain
Okay.
and I'll share it.
Making more Prince.
Yeah. Yeah, so everything's kind of being set up. And then also, Ash, you would see there's like a kind of the music being set up. You see a couple of people with fiddles, a guitar, maybe even oh my god. My brain is saying liar, but it's not a liar. Medieval.
Who's a liar?
A medieval lute. I was like, medieval guitar, little thingy, a lute, you know, like people just like, it's more makeshift and like come as you go perform. You can tell people are just kind of like, you know, shooting the shit too. It's like a jam session, right? People are just gonna play and as the day goes on. But yeah, horse show setup. Anybody else want to be kind of like contributing to something in this beyond cannolis and horseshoes?
I think let's see. Cora would be doing like heavy lifting stuff. She doesn't really have anything that she brought, but she would like help contribute. Like, here, let me pick up this heavy thing for you because I don't know what else to do.
Love it. Yeah, so like, yeah, there was a lot of barrels and like furniture being set up, so you'd be chipping in with that and whatnot. Okay, real quick, I would like Cora and Graf to roll persuasion checks for me. Ash, you are contributing something, but yours will be different, right? Because you're doing like a bard performance probably at some point.
Yeah. And just so you know, my mouth organ has got one of those things that goes back around my neck, so I can play the mouth organ and my spoons at the same time. So spoons are playing rhythm, and the mouth organ's playing.
You're giving me a
the harmony or a banjo, depending. I got the banjo on my back as well. So
you're giving me a Pete Seeger vibe right now, and I'm here for it. Okay, a 16 and a 17. So as this festival goes on, there might be spaces for you all to get mechanical benefits. Maybe you're putting on a good impression for your neighbors, and some of them are business owners. Who knows what will happen? So as you guys contribute in some ways, you know, like Graf adding the horseshoe things, he's like, oh, you added a game? You know, like, you know, Fowler would probably stop by at some point to talk and chat with you about that. And like, and so that would have been a good impression from that. The bent nail would have noticed that you were helping the owner, Tally would notice that, right, Cora? So right now you guys both have had a very solid impression as the festivities are getting up and we're getting close to the start time and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody want to contribute before we kind of like officially start the festival? Finish setup.
Maybe
Okay.
I could run like a game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek. All right.
Ooh, fun.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. your headset's doing that thing
Fart.
again, Bright.
Fart voice.
is it back?
Yeah, it came back for a second.
Is it gone? Because I can leave and come back.
I
I
think
think
It's when
already gone.
it's
Oh,
when I
nope,
get too
it's
far.
there.
Okay, hold on. It's when I get too far away with my wireless. My wife asked me to grab her blanket out of the bedroom.
That
So
must
I
be
think
what
it's
it
when I
is,
get
yeah.
far away from Bluetooth.
Mm,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. For the hide and seek, Zappa, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. 19. So I'm imagining like the kids, right? Is that something you're comfortable with for the narrative?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you like create a little area to create like a maybe a contained hide and seek so the kids aren't encouraged to go down the alleys and through the neighborhood and hide. So you like kind of like cornered off a little bit of the area. Maybe you just borrow some rope with some like obstacles and some barrels and some boxes. I'm just pitching ideas. I'm saying if you have your own creativity, shoot it at me. But if you like that idea of that, like you create like a hide and seek area for the kids.
Yeah. At the same time, I wanted to create like a cops and robbers or
A cops and robbers. The garden thief, like cops and robbers. Love it. Yeah, so you like organize like with my ADHD I've learned, and I think it's a trait for a lot of ADHD people. When I'm like at a party and there's kids, I play with the kids. So like I'm like putting myself in your shoes. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'd be over there doing like playing hide and seek with the kids and like, yeah, let's play fucking cops and robbers. Let's go. So I'm here for it. Cool. All right. So you've set that up, and you'll be getting into all that. And another really solid check from persuasion. Anybody else got anything here?
If there wasn't any like strength competitions, I think Cora would be.
There will be.
interested in that. There will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get more into the details. It's more about you all contributing to the setup right now, and then we'll get into the festival and we'll give some more details for all that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the festivities begin. You see, you even see, he gives you a little bit of a nod. Trench is out there, like pretty much all. I won't drag all the tokens out, but all the business owners. Maybe I'll just do this one time. They're all. I'm just gonna put them in the alley, just so that we can see like all their names and stuff like handy. But all the business owners are here, contributing, partaking, indulging, providing food and stuff. Fun little menu of food. You got forage salad. You got stuffed eggs that are shaped like devils. Roast goose, some stew. It's like they're setting up this big Thanksgiving spread out, right, of all this different kind of stuff. You see the if you've inquired about the pie eating contest, it's like, oh yeah, there's prizes, and not just simple little prizes, but these business owners have contributed to some substantial prizes, might even say magical prizes. The pie eating contest, you see on display for that a bag of tricks, the gray version. Which is it's like you pull things out and it turns into an animal.
Oh, nice. I've seen those.
The pie eating contest would be based around, I'll give you guys like stats so you can think about, or like abilities so you can think about what you might want to do. Is it going to be based around, and more than one person can do it, but you'll be competing against each other too in those moments. It'll be a constitution based thing to trying to get through the pie eating contest for the bag of tricks. Threshing, which was have the little like scarecrow things. It's a little graphic in its own way because they're like little people, but it's kind of like representing harvesting with a scythe. And so it's pretty much who can like cut down most or all of them the quickest. So it's like a dexterity based thing. But it has, and this is a custom item, but Scythe of the Autumn Harvest, which is a +1 blade, which I don't even know if Scythe actually even exists. So it'd be like somebody won it, would reskin it to a blade that would be appropriate to them. It's a +1 blade, but also will have max damage against plants or plant creatures, because there are sometimes creatures that are plants if you like hit with it. There is then going to also be the barrel toss, which is strength based. And that one is a little bit more of a mundane item, but still kind of fun for those. Actually, this might be, I didn't even think about this for you and your character, but a mug of spirits, which is an endless sips of adult beverages of their choice. And then there's also the apple count, which is what Phallus set up with her big thing, which is like instead of guess how many beans are in it, it's guess how many apples are in it. But inside of it, you see it mixed in with all the different colors of red, 3 golden apples. And for those who inquire, she'd tell you that they're special ones. And through her description of it, you would realize those 3 golden apples are potions of advantage,
Oh shit.
which is essentially you drink it and then you have advantage on your next, or like within the next hour, you can choose to give yourself advantage on a D20 roll.
Ooh.
So it's like a much better guidance because you get to choose when you use it and its advantage. So those are kind of the games right now. And then we'll have horseshoes. Do you want to offer anything up for the competition there and take it another step there, Graf? Because you see there's prizes, or you just want to keep it casual?
And wait, no, that's not Graf. That's
Whatever that voice
hell
was
was
I was here for.
The hell just happened?
Was that Eamon? Was that your Eamon voice?
I think every one of us has had
yeah,
that
that was
problem
even-
once tonight.
Yeah,
so.
getting out there. You gotta keep it low stakes. Keep it nice for the children, you know.
Mhm. As you
Don't
say
want
that,
anyone getting too mad.
roll a dex check for me.
Dexterity, not saving throw.
Yeah,
Check.
there's a dex check.
11.
11. You say, keep it nice for the children as I horse you, like, from a kid, like, whoom, you duck the last second as they overthrow it and it almost hit you.
Oh my god. That's funny.
All right, I guess I'm just glad we haven't gotten the new windows put in yet.
All right, so festivities are going. Everyone's mingling. People are taking their turns with they'll for like the barrel toss, the threshing, the apple count. Those are kind of like everyone takes their turns at it, and at the end of the festival, there's like a big, like, who won, who got the closest thing. Piting contest, obviously, that will be like a sit down moment during the day. And then when you're ready, Ash, essentially you can do like a performance, because there's not really an official like lineup, right? It'll be whenever you're like, you know what, at this point, like early on, late on, I want to be the final act. Like, you just tell me what you want to do with that.
No, I plan on kind of doing stuff throughout the day. So you just tell.
Oh yeah, so
tell
you
me how
just
much
do you
I'm
just
supposed to
join
do.
in with all the other folks and just get into a little hoedown
What
jam
I
with
was
the
actually
friends?
thinking was I would join in with other things that were going on. I would just wander through and find, a corner where people kind of look like they're suddenly not having as much fun, and kind of try and cheer them up and that kind of thing.
Okay, so yeah, you're not going to join like the official jam area, but you're going to kind of that's not criticism. You're hovering and kind of finding your space in the festival for it, which I'm totally fine with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I don't have a problem going into the jam if there's a portion, but I mean, I don't want to sit necessarily do that the whole time.
Yeah, so you maybe at some point
Whatever.
you participate a little bit with them. So give me 2 separate performances checks. I'll use
All right.
that 17 for your floating, and
Mhm.
then go to me a fresh
Okay.
one for when you sit and jam with other people. Because I like the idea of a performance versus like people
There
maybe
we
who are
go.
not musically inclined, and then a performance
Yeah.
with the musicians, right? With the 25 for the musicians, which is really good. Excellent.
Woo.
Do you want to describe what your performance might look like?
Well,
Smart.
sure. So, having the mouth harp going on, and I actually think I could kind of skip between things, because what I was imagining is maybe having like the spoons kind of stuck on a string, so that way I could let go of them and then swing, my hips around and make the banjo kind of fly around me,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then come in front and play that a little bit, and then pick up the spoons and start playing the harmonica all at the same time.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. So I'll just going to write it out
A
again.
one man. What do they call those guys? One man band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one man band kind of a concept.
Yes. We got pie eating contest. We got threshing decks. And again, there's no penalty for trying, right? So it's just up to you if you want to take a toss at something if it's not your strength. And then the apple count, which is wisdom or intelligence. I think that's it. Right? Yeah. Those are ones that have like magical items as prizes. So anybody who wants to participate with barrel toss? Let's start with the ones that are not the build up, like the pie eating.
Me.
All right. Cora. Anyone else?
I mean, if no one else does, I could give the threshing a hand, but
Well, starting with the barrel toss. Anybody else want to do barrel toss? Going once, going twice. Sold,
You know what?
Cora. All right,
I'll
Cora,
give
go
it
ahead
a
and give
go.
me. Oh, you're gonna give it a go. All right.
I don't think it'll go well, but
Yeah, you're
go.
like you walk up. I'll give it a go, and there's like a barrel that's like as tall as you are, right? And so you guys are kind of like tossing, but you'd be more impressed if you can pull it off, right? So this will be just a strength check. It's not. I'm keeping everything just very, very basic. It's gonna be, but the DCs aren't gonna be high, but it's still contested, right? So Cora, there'll be a strength check, and then also Graph, give me a strength check, and I'll have like a third random contestant to come in with a strength test too. Test
Boy,
two.
like I'm gonna roll so bad on this. Yep.
Oof. All right. If you have
Oh, I do,
inspiration,
so bad.
I don't know if you have inspiration or not.
I do. Yeah, let me use it. Why not? All right, a little bit better.
Excellent. So like, maybe I'll make it one of the shopkeepers. Maybe Avi, the water genasi, one of the armor. Sorry, the smithy is the smithy. One of the smithies comes over and like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And he's gonna not give him a huge modifier to be fair. So Cora will end up taking the barrel toss. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's very much like the kind of the. Is it the Scottish Highland Games, right, or the Highland Games where they do like the rock or like the? Actually, I'm thinking of they do those big
the
pieces.
Caber toss.
The caber toss.
The
I'm
caber
thinking of the
toss.
one where I don't know what it's called, but it's the like lumber piece of wood from behind.
Yeah,
Is that
it's caber
caber
toss.
toss? Okay, yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
pretty much that, but with, and they're old barrels, right? You can tell these are probably Tally's like he provided these. These are just old rotten barrels, so he doesn't care if they break or be damaged. So he kind of brought the scraps. So some are maybe been a little bit lighter than others. He wasn't really paying attention too hard to it, taking it too serious. But you take a nice big chunk, and throughout the other people come and participate. By the end of the day, yours is the best. So you will get again. These are just fun. This one's a fun one. I just kind of came up. But it's a mug of spirits. I made it up, so it's not in D&D Beyond. But it's essentially like you can't pour out the liquid in it, but essentially you can sip from it as much as you want of your preferred beverage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So then within, go and give me a Constitution saving throw to see how sloshed you get with
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
All
He's
right.
gonna be drinking.
Because okay, so I don't. This doesn't come up with everyone all the time. So I do have. If it's up to you for your characters, but for drinking, my little soft rule is, so for every either like shot of whiskey or shot of liquor or beer you have, your Constitution modifier, you drink that many without any issues. If you then want to like keep pushing to see if you get drunk, it's a Constitution saving throw that starts then at DC 10. And then for each drink after that, if you keep succeeding, it goes up by 2. So the next one's a DC 12, DC 14. And if you fail, eventually you're blackout, drunk, poisoned condition, like the whole works kind of thing. But also, per usual, something like this, you have control of your narrative. So it's up to you if you want to roll or say, my character gets shit-faced drunk. And they party all night. Or like, no, they like to hold their liquor so they don't overdo or indulge. 17, yeah. So Corey, you're doing fine. Again, you don't have to make the save if you don't want to. So let's go to threshing. So you said you'll take a Ash.
Yep. And if Hillshire
Hillshire.
can get away,
Yeah.
No,
We'll
if
do
somebody
that.
else wants to do it, let them do it because I got to do performance. So I'm
Well,
cool with it.
keep in mind these are for prizes, right? These will like. Unfortunately, the performance didn't have a thing to it. Obviously, it's pitting you guys against each other, which I know kind of sucks. But it's a +1 blade, and it does have special modifiers to it for like if you guys ever fight like a treant, it's like max damage every time
Not
you hit.
interested.
No
Not
worries.
interested. I will
Okay.
watch. I will.
Hill.
I will root on Hillshire.
Anyone
Graph
else?
is gonna try and just participate in every event.
Heck yeah! All right, Zaba.
I'd be down for that.
All right, we got a 3-way one here. With 3 people, I don't think I'll roll. I'll just keep it to the 3 of you.
Some would say 3-way.
Okay, yeah, all 3 of you then. You'll be taking turns, and then after each one, Embrick will end up like resetting them up. So it's like who can get all 20, who can thresh the fastest, and you'll both all take turns. But all of you do dexterity checks for me.
I may win.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Wonderful.
probably. No.
Oh no,
Nice.
nat 20 comes out.
I feel like Hillshire gets
It gets the nat
screwed
1.
on the dex checks.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything comical with your nat 1, Hillshire, Justin? I'm not going to force it, but if you wanted to do like a critical failure with it, you could.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not exactly sure what a threshing contest looks like myself.
I'll be completely honest with
So-
you. I'm like, I think I'm using the word threshing correctly. But
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
so like, oh, all the tall wheat, and you bring out the scythe and you cut it down. That's threshing.
Oh.
So you're essentially taking a blade, you are given a blade, and also you see like, oh, it's adult only, because you're giving sharp objects to people to swing it as fast as possible. So then there's all these little like scarecrow people that you need to go through and cut down the fastest. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're basically just cutting down the crops faster than everybody else.
Yeah, and this essentially there's a little straw man targets, and there's like each one of you get 20, and then both it was like you all quote unquote should have gotten all of them, right? But it depends on how you want to kind of spend your nat 1 here. Did I explain it for you, Justin? Are you talking?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think
Oh,
of
sorry,
how to
A nat 1 would
Like-
look, yeah.
really horribly fail at this.
Yeah. Without cutting your finger off, essentially. Cutting a toe off.
Right? It's like I mean I know what a really bad failure would look like. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you just lose your grip, nail the guy next to you.
Yeah.
What if like the blade
But-
flings off or something, almost hits somebody?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. You picked a really good image of it because people could argue that it's strength or constitution, but that gift that you use, Cora, is
Yeah.
shows the finesse that it takes.
Yeah, and you guys know me normally, I'm very open to ability checks, but for this, I wanted to feel very specialized for each one. So I wanted to stick to one because I thought about it, I was like I could have done like even like y'all just choose your ability scores, but in this case I was like I'm gonna stick to one to keep them feel specialized for the little carnival. I'm so glad that's actually happening. It's because I made that up and I'm like it's a harvest festival. I feel like they would celebrate threshing, so I'm so glad they actually as a
Mhm.
gift as like
No, they actually
Yeah.
they do that. I think there's competitions of like who can do it like the quickest and the best.
yeah. I'm like if
Yeah.
they have lumberjack stuff where it's like who can cut down things that they have to have like threshing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can
Definitely.
You got anything there, Justin? Because I like, if not, I kind of like the idea of like the head like flying off and like cutting his
Yeah,
chaos.
just narrowly misses the neighbor's dog.
And you guys didn't see it like cut through. Like there's like this tent set up, like the Bilbo's birthday party tent down at the end of the street. People are gathering to eat the food, and you just fling, 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 and you see like cut one of the lines, and it like gives, and you just see everyone like, oh no! So the tent starts to like ease over, but then like everyone like runs over, grabs it, and like resets it. And so there's so many like handy folks here, right? So like you guys get the tent reset. And Brick walks over to you.
Or
I'm not gonna judge you for what you just did, but if I could have the handle back. And
He's just gonna give it over to him.
mhm. So then Graph, describe in the opposite, you're nat 20, right? Like how do you want to, like if you want to get as a just
he's at the low
super
center of gravity. It's not fair.
anything you want to kind of spin into that?
Do you guys remember the prequel Yoda?
Hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Basically, that Graph is like not quite that acrobatic, but definitely is like jumping up and kind of using the speed of him falling to help him when he can and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Love
like
it.
a little lawnmower.
You're just like rolling through everything. Shing, 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 shing. You end with like the ninja samurai stance at the end, like knelt a little bit, and your arms outstretched, maybe, and the scythe's like glistening in the sunlight for a second. And you just hear like Embrick's just like He's like a little like quiet. He just giving you a slow clap. He's like, "That was pretty fucking impressive. You know how to use a blade, I see. Okay. All right. Can you like kind of like in opposite of like you're also dangerous with this. So like he kind of goes, he's like, I'll just take the blade back, but you win. This one's special made
Raph will
from
hand it to him handle first.
yeah. You know how to use a blade, so I'm glad you me and my husband AV we put in some good work for this. Hopefully you can get some I think you'll get some use out of it. So again, I'm calling it +1 scythe. If you don't want that aesthetic, you can change it if you want. But at the very least, it could be a +1 whatever blade works best for you and your character. Long sword, short sword, dagger. But then
Yeah, because I'm not 100%. Oh, martial and simple.
as a ranger, yeah, you should have access to most of every weapon. Yeah, and then
I think I would
when you-
probably go for something like a scimitar, just because
okay,
scythe I think is a two-handed weapon, right?
probably.
It was back in the old school. I don't even know if I remember seeing it in 5e.
Such a cool weapon, though.
Is
I
oh,
had a character once who used it as his weapon. It was his holy weapon.
Oh, so cool.
aren't
Yeah.
like there's would you still call it a scythe? I'm imagine like these I'm assuming they exist. Like maybe it's a crescent blade I'm thinking of. Something one-handed and smaller.
Such a thing.
A sickle. A sickle is the one-handed version.
Sickle. That's what I'm
Yeah,
imagining.
the smaller
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah. So it could be like more sickle styled if you want a one-handed there, Riley. Or the longsword, right, can be technically two-handed or one-handed. I like to imagine you with
Yeah, I'm mostly wanting a light weapon because I kind of
Yeah.
have Graph going with like
In-
dual
Again,
wield.
in old school, the sickle was light weapon, but I don't even know that a sickle exists because I don't think a scythe
It
is
does.
on the. Does it? Okay, because the scythe is not. I don't think it's on there anymore.
Nope.
Yeah,
However,
but yeah, don't
I
feel
just-
stuck to
sickle is-
sickle. But if a short sword, I think, has the
Sickle is
light
light.
property, if that works for you, Riley, that's totally
yeah,
fine
there's
with me.
also scimitar, which is
Yeah, oh, that's right. You said scimitar.
curved in
yeah.
the opposite direction.
Yeah. So if we want to do you want it to look like a sickle, or do you want it to look like a scimitar?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna go with
Real cool.
scimitar for the mechanics, but I would absolutely love for it to be the enchanted, +1 sickle.
Yeah, not to throw salt in wounds, but is this our first +1 weapon, or did somebody pick that up with their uncommon? This is our first official magic weapon.
Yeah, I don't think anybody picked a weapon.
I believe so.
I mean, I picked my little staff as my +1 warlock rod.
True.
Oh,
true.
there
True.
you
True.
go.
True. Yeah. So first +1 like martial weapon, I guess then. Yeah. Sweet. All right. Yeah. So you got yourself a little +1 blade, and I'll make it officially like a custom one for you later. Like but it's very easy. Like max damage on plant stuff. Cool. So then, anybody want to do the apple count? It's an intelligence or wisdom check to try and get the closest count right.
What's the prize?
3 golden apples, which essentially act as 3 potions of advantage, which you drink in the next hour. You can choose to give yourself advantage
Sure.
on 1 d20 roll. Yeah, again, it's kind of just a
Oh yeah.
freebie roll. There's
Are
no,
there any charisma games?
that was kind of the performance, but I didn't think about that if you're a charisma based character. I'm trying to think of something too that won't put you against the bard as a
Maybe
charisma
like
thing.
liar's dice.
Ooh, that's a great idea, actually. I like to imagine a game of liar's dice going on. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or like shit. What is it called? When you, it's like you come up with the limericks. I can't remember.
A rap battle?
Kind of. It's like a rap battle, but it's like a limerick of like who can come up with like the dirtiest. You know what a limerick is. It's usually something that like rhymes and it's dirty. Very
Yeah.
Irish.
What's that show on MTV called? Wild and Out. Wild and Out.
Well, no, yeah.
Let's just go in and rag on each other real quick.
Yeah,
And have a,
yeah, 100%.
But I do like your idea of liar's dice, though, like a very super competitive game of liar's dice. So if you're cool with that, Zaba, let's roll with it. Does anybody else want to participate in liar's
Hells
dice?
yeah. Hells yeah.
I would like Graph to participate, but I am cool with as far as the prize, him not being since he already won one, not being eligible to win another. I
Let's just
like
say this:
rolling
if you
dice.
win, you can always do what you want with it. But maybe that doesn't fit
No,
Graf's
no,
character.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just
Can we roll deception
We can
for
do
this,
this
or
one
does it
too.
have to be
I-
straight charisma?
I'm doing straight charisma since I've been so like straight ability modifiers for everything.
Okay.
In this case.
Yeah. Hillshire will also join. He needs to
Good
get his ego somehow.
job, Kevin. You got everyone in it. All
Aw, I rolled shit.
right, everyone,
Like
give me
Cora
charisma
would join
checks.
too.
I was
Yeah.
literally a charlatan. I have a charlatan background, and I rolled shit on this.
Charisma check, you said?
Yeah, just a charisma check. Oh shit.
Still
Okay.
got it.
One moment.
We got a lot of
Oh.
charisma folks in this party.
I know.
Yeah, you
I
do.
almost rolled a 2.
What's the person with guidance gonna do with advantage potions?
Yeah, these weren't even for that, right? I'm gonna end up finding you guys something different for this prize. Let's see if I can do like a see if I can find something real quick. But in the meantime, while I'm looking up and I figure out a prize, as you guys get through the Liar's Dice game, anybody wants to do a wisdom or intelligence check for the counting, go ahead and make your rolls.
I'll try it just for the hell of it.
Wisdom check?
Or
Wisdom
intelligence.
or intelligence check.
Oh.
Gonna go with the -1.
I know. I'm like, do I go with the straight roll or
Excellent.
with the -1? Oh my god.
I'm just happy it wasn't a 0.
I might have to do oh no, Ash came in with a 14. I was like, I might have to come in with a competitor. You guys rolled so low. Some like
Oh,
kids can be
God.
like, I think there's 332. And they were like a nat 20. Like, I got it. Mommy, I got the +3 legendary weapon.
No.
Mommy, I got the Vorpal sword.
Yeah, so when we get to the final end of the festival, Ash, you'll be declared and as the winner. So you get 3 golden apples. So if you just want to put
Yay.
3 potions of advantage, you can.
Okay.
I was trying to see if there's any like dice related magic items real quick, but maybe I know something else that might be a fun thing to look through.
They're not in here.
Potion of advantage.
Yeah.
I'll take a look in a second.
Yeah. Not in here.
Sometimes potions of healing I know can be weird. I wonder if it's because it's a potion. Okay, I like this. A card sharps deck. So I was thinking of something like game wise, because there's a lot of really fun decks. I think actually Lauren got like a high level deck of like teleportation essentially
Yeah.
in our other
Oh,
campaign. But this is what you win. Zaba, right? Zaba was one that won. Who won? Oh no, Corey, you won this
No,
one.
I don't think I won anything.
My apologies. Yeah. So Lauren, you get another deck, but it's not the really good one. But as an action, you can use the deck to make a ranged spell attack by throwing a special card and using dexterity for the attack roll. The card has a range of 120 feet and deals 1d8 damage. Spray cards in action, you can shuffle the deck and cast a spray of cards spell at 3rd level until the deck spell save DC. What is spray of cards spell?
What?
That's probably from
Spray of cards.
the Book of
52
Many
card pickup.
Things. You spray a 15-foot cone of spectral cards. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, and if fails save, the creature takes 2d10 force damage and has the
Oh, that's
blinded
actually good.
condition. Yeah, that's a
Damn.
great little uncommon.
Interesting.
Okay, I think that leaves us with a pie eating contest. Does anybody want to participate in the grand finale?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it.
All right. This one will be a little bit more complicated. So let me spell it out for you. I stole this from an adventure because I did it once and I thought it was amazing. So this was the grand finale. So this will be sorry, I'm looking for my rules. Okay. So it's kind of like the drinking thing. So those with a con modifier will already have a little bit of an advantage. So I need everyone to keep track of your con modifier, which is, +0, +1, +2. Because that's how many pies you'll be able to eat without having to make a save. And then after
Right.
that, then we get to a con save. And then we start at DC 10. And then for each one after that, DC 12, DC 14. It's very similar to the drinking things, but it's just going to be for eating pie. You don't lose if you fail the save. Instead, you take 2d8 pie damage, and you tap out when you hit 0. It's not killing you. It's tongue-in-cheek pie damage, and it's going to show you just like having a tap out. And then when you're done, you're healed. Like you don't lose the damage, but we're going to be using your HP to show your actual resources. Okay. So let me get a piece of paper here, because it sounded like I heard multiple people tossing in for this. So I think I heard Cora right. Zaba, I think I heard you too.
Yep.
Is anybody not?
And I'm sorry, I missed it.
participating?
I was adding my golden apples as a custom item. What are we considering right now?
Pie eating contest. Do you want to participate? That'll be my first question, then I'll reiterate.
What's the prize?
A gray bag of tricks. So essentially, you reach in and you can like randomly pick out an item that ends up turning into an
randomness.
animal.
Sure.
A
I'll
random
randomly
animal,
play for
essentially.
randomness.
Yep. So Cora, Zaba, yeah. Anybody not? Hillshire's playing.
Yes.
Graph's playing.
It's-
Graph's playing. So everyone's in. So Cora, Zaba, Hillshire, Graph. Whose name am I forgetting? Ash. His name is who I'm forgetting. Okay. So now I need Cora. Tell me your Constitution modifier.
+2.
+2. Zaba.
+2.
+2. Hillshire.
+2.
+2. Graph.
You'll never believe it.
-2.
Wrong. It is a +2.
All right. And Ash. Don't be
I
different.
hate to break it, guys. I'm only a +1.
Come on, Britt.
All right.
Ruin everything.
Give me a +2 to my Constitution. I'd like the hit points, but you
Yeah.
know.
All right. So I'll reiterate the rules again. So right now, the modifier is how many pies you can eat before making roll. So fortunately, Britt, you're going to be making an individual roll on your own, but it's a con save that will go up on each success. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to, since it's damage based, I'm not going to make the DC go up. And it's going to be a DC 10 con save, but every time you fail, you're not knocked out. You take 2d8 pie damage. And then when you hit 0, that's when you are out. It doesn't kill you, and then when you're done, your HP will be restored. But that's what's going to show you kind of like getting more and more full, and then finally tapping out. Okay, so we might be here for a bit with all these con saves and damage rolls. But okay, so to rip it off though. So you all sit down. Let me see if I got something here. Get some just intense.
I have PTSD from this fucking music.
Oh God, really? I'm sorry. I haven't felt like I'm gonna use this one in a while.
Quiet music.
And you guys sit down. All these apple pies are set before you. And since the time, I'll keep it simple and sweet. Who can last the longest? And the apple pies, and they shall go! And so right now, again, Ash, give us a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh.
Oh boy, oh boy. It's above a 10, right?
Yeah, 10 or higher. 10 or higher. Ash, Constitution saving throw? Are you with us, Brent?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot I'm the first one.
There
Ah,
are no more
oof.
errata.
Shit.
Okay.
crap.
You take 4 pie damage. Okay.
Oh, 4.
All right.
5.
Now I need everyone to roll Constitution saving throws.
The
That's the
saving
first.
throw, not a check,
That
right?
was a con
Saving
check,
throw,
not a
saving throw, saving throw, saving throw.
Now it's a saving throw.
Alright, after fixing my check. And
Oh,
doing
no.
save
I
instead.
remember why. I am going to up the con save by 2 just because I forgot this was originally written for like level 1 characters, I'm pretty sure. So I wanted you guys to fail more often potentially, so we're not here all night with you guys like just succeeding. So I am going to be raising it by 2, but I'll do it
I have a
later.
+3. Sorry, guys. I thought we were talking about checks, not saves.
Oh wait, what is your Constitution modifier?
It's a +3. Sorry, I was looking at my check. I
Oh,
have
okay, yeah.
+2.
So,
sorry,
all right.
+3
Wait, no-
percent. Right?
Oh, so you have a +1 on your save modifier, but your actual con mod is still +2.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a +3 in con saving throws, but my modifier is +2.
Yeah, modifier. So it's 2. You're good then. Yeah, you're on the right
okay.
part. Yeah,
okay.
it's 2. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep. You're good. All right. Ash, I think is the. Or do you have a Ash? It was a save. Do you have a difference than a +1?
No. I just have a plus.
Oh,
Did
I
you
think
not
that's-
get the same?
Or I see the first one. It shows check, but I think
The
that's from
one's
the. Yeah, that was from your first roll. I
check,
see
and
your
then there's a
second one
save.
as a save. So perfect. So I think we have Zaba is the only one that failed this one. Okay. Zaba, you take 7 pie damage. All right. All right. Constitution saving throw. DC 12 now.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Damn.
All right. Instead of me reading through all of it, I'm just going to trust you guys are going to keep track. So, those who rolled 11 or lower, you take 10 pie damage.
Ooh.
That's a
And
lot.
I'm going to rely on you guys to tell me if you hit 0. Okay. So next con save.
I'm just
More
straight
pie.
up using the hit points thing.
More pies. DC 14,
gotta-
DC 14, DC 14.
Oh.
It's gone up. It's gone up.
I
it's
think
gone
everyone seems to be failing other than Ash.
up. DC 14, DC 14. All right. For those who rolled 13 or lower, is that a 1 or a 7? It's a 1. Okay. So, but the other one was a 7. So you take 8 pie damage. 8 pie damage. 8 pie damage. Anybody out yet?
I had 0.
You guys, so Zava's the first one. You guys, as they put another apple pie in front of you, just like, fuck no, fuck no, that's not worth it. And so you kind of get up and walk off. All right, we're down to 4. DC 18 con saves. DC 18 con saves. Might come down to
God.
HP by the end of it.
Holy shit!
Holy shit, Ash!
Oh my god.
Wow.
I keep making it by like 1 every time.
Oh man. Okay. 14 pie damage on that one. That was an 8 and a 6.
I'm out.
And
Graph's out. Anyone else? Core's in still. Hillshire's still in, and Ash is still in. Okay.
High HP.
Graf did win the grand prize, though. A heroic inspiration.
So again, let's take it to DC 18 because like not everyone's got. Because if we keep going higher and higher, it'll just be everyone losing. Okay, so it's just gonna be DC 18. Let's get a con save in. It might come down to who just has the most
the
HP
last
left.
one was 18, wasn't it?
It was.
It's 18 again.
I'm keeping it at 18 just because all of your saves are so
my
low.
God.
What the fuck? Right? Because you couldn't have, like, you could not have gotten a 20.
I just
right?
fucking win.
Or
I
yeah.
just fucking win.
You
All
might.
right? It's
It depends
over.
on their HP.
Yeah, that's
Most
It's
likely,
over.
though. Most likely, though. 13 pie damage.
I'm out.
yeah,
Hillshire's out too.
I had 2 HP, so
Yep.
it could have been anything.
And the last pie eating standing is Ash.
Oh.
All right.
And I get a random bag of crazy shit.
It's called a bag of tricks, and it's the gray version. There's like multiple versions of it, but it's the
Alright, I'll
gray
find a
version.
bag of tricks. Gray bag of tricks.
All
I
right.
wanna look at
Yeah, so 1033. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, but then we'll
Oh,
pick
shit.
up with resolution and celebrations of pies and such like that. But I know Riley's probably
Hell
holding
yeah.
on to his seat right now. So
No session next week.
no session next week, and then we'll talk about New Year's Day, and I'll let you know if anything comes up with because I will keep it open to do things with my wife if she wants to. But I'll let you know if we end up doing anything. And also if you guys are available. It'll be a discussion, essentially.
Yeah, we can have a talk. There's no talk of like a potential reschedule for next week.
For
But,
next week.
like to a different day. It's just what I meant.
Well, I know Lauren, that'd probably just be a hard no anyways, right? Because your evenings are pretty packed with work, right?
It depends. Yeah, so I mean, like the only days I could do, yeah, because I either work like at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, or I work at like 10:45. I'm not off till 8, so it's kind of.
I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
brag or anything, but I get 2 weeks off because
Yeah.
That's great.
it's fucking. I work
Somebody
at a
has to
college.
work customer service.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, I'll be honest with you too, like I'm going to be talking with Riley and Justin because we still are trying to plan a in-person big final session, and with us not doing stuff on Tuesdays and Wednesdays potentially for the next few weeks, they're like, if there's a Saturday available, I'm going to be seeing if they want to do that. So I like, if a evening worked on for people like on a Thursday or a Friday, cool. But I work Sundays, and then the schedule for Monday or Tuesday and Wednesdays are kind of just cocked for the holiday. So we'll have a discussion, but it sounds like Lauren's schedule wouldn't really line up anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm even free during the day, but if you guys got work during the day and evenings, but I'm just complete. And my wife is gone from the 26th to the 29th. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
also
literally have all sorts of time.
have like the next 2 weeks off. So
Okay.
outside
But
of like, Christmas Day and like maybe the following day and the day of Christmas Eve, it's pretty much free.
But I will be talking to you, Justin and Riley. I'm going to try and see if hopefully JP and Jeff can, if we can coordinate for the final Badger session, because I'll be starting my college classes in January. So I want to kind of see if we can get that in before okay, back to school.
What
back
are you
to
studying,
school.
sir?
Creative writing. Going to go back and actually try and get
Nice.
my degree.
Fun.
Cool. All right.
How
Well,
do you intend to use this with your job?